This is Big D from Richmond, Kentucky, and I am Lunatic Radio.
This is Bert from Seattle, Washington, and I am Lunatic Radio.
This is Chris from Tampa, Florida, and I am Lunatic Radio.
Hey, I'm Ace from Orange County, and I am Lunatic Radio.
Hey, this is Elizabeth from Chicago. How you guys doing? And I am Lunatic Radio.
This is Duzio in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I am lunaticradio.com.
How do you do internet radio?
The Dumb Broad and Rocket Show.
It is, how do you say shit?
We're an internet radio show, but most of our listeners don't even know what the internet is. By the way, that's what my ass sounds like at 3 a.m. You don't hear this shit on the fucking Piers Morgan show.
I like Seinfeld and Wrangler jeans.
I don't think I've ever heard Wolf Blitzer ask a correspondent, is she Dunsville?
I always feel like we have to defend ourselves when we have guests in.
Do you have a Valentine?
Do I have a Valentine? I have Rock, and I'm going to jizz in his face.
No, you're not.
Oh, God, I've seen these guys pound each other in the ass in every break.
It keeps us motivated to do the next segment.
It humbles us. I'm full scumbag.
Yeah, you're full scumbag.
Yeah, no.
But you associate with the scumbag, which makes you at least partial scumbag.
Son of a bitch.
Rock, you have a question for Brittany?
Not really.
You guys are the butthole surfers.
That was easy.
I love Rocket. He's such a fucking asshole.
This is Lunatic Radio.
Hiya! What up, everybody? Welcome to the LunaticRadio.com show, broadcasting live from the GFQ Radio Studios. Our studio. I don't know. I think it's one. It's very fantastic. Things work here. It's Kia Rock broadcasting live from New York. Hi Rock. How are you doing?
Hi.
Andrew Zarian hanging out with us.
This is
over there.
weird. It's weird. Really weird.
Yeah, you're sitting in the third seat, the tertiary seat.
Third mic.
Right. You're not in control of your radio
Nothing.
studio.
Nothing.
Tertiary, Karen. What comes before tertiary?
Secondary.
Hey, what comes before secondary?
First and dairy. Word up. Lot to do on today's radio program. By the way, if you want to call in live, 646-233-4045. Or email us at the show at lunaticradio.com. Tweet at us at lunaticradio. You can do all that stuff. Yeah, a lot to do on the program. The big Grammys was last night. We had a blizzard in New York, and that's what's happening.
That's
really.
it. We can go to break.
We can go to break, and we'll come back with jokes and laughter right after these words. So,
cohesive thought.
Did you survive the what is it? A snowstorm?
It was a pretty big snowstorm. I mean, specifically where I live, I kind of is a little on the lower side, but out in like Suffolk County and Connecticut and up towards the Massachusetts area, we're talking like 3 feet of snow.
Boston got like I don't know, about like 75 inches, I believe.
75.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really care what happens in Boston.
That's not nice. People live there. Why would you not
They don't
care?
They don't let people in Boston,
What are
Rock.
you talking about? It's not like a foreign country.
It's an isolated city. Like, you can't go to Boston and visit.
All right, let me guess.
They're
You're
like,
a bad
get
night
out.
there?
You're from another place. You're
went
not
there.
from Boston.
Really?
I've never been to Boston. I'm never going to go to Boston.
See, this is what you do. You do this with people, and they do it with places. You don't know. You have no facts behind it, so you immediately just trash
I hate.
it.
This is
and
the
then
rule
you
of thumb
meet-
for all the kids out there.
Okay, sure.
Hate somebody until you meet them. Rule of thumb.
Just hate them.
Life is miserable that way, but just do it.
And then you get a chance to actually talk to them, and you realize, oh, he ain't a really bad guy. Actually, pretty cool.
Right.
Actually, wish I didn't actually say anything bad about them in the first place.
Right. It's a nice little pick-me-up. It's like a mystery solved, you know, in a way. By the way, no one ever pay attention to what I say ever. Please, don't do that. All right? Yeah, but the snowstorm came and went here. It was a big story. I don't know if the people in the rest of the country really care that the Northeast had a blizzard, but it was fun for us.
Yeah, no, they got
record snowfalls.
They got a lot of coverage on CNN. Was doing it 24/7. The Weather Channel, obviously, they had nothing else to do, so that's all they do there. All the major news networks definitely were talking about it.
Yeah,
so.
I always wonder that though. Like when I watch CNN or Fox News or MSNBC when they're covering like a blizzard that happens in New York, because all those networks have like a flagship or a studio in New York where they broadcast from. And they're covering, like, I always wonder, people like in San Diego or Arizona or Texas or Florida, like, do they really care that Manhattan is getting a snowstorm? Do they care about that?
They have nothing else going on there. So they're like, wow, there's something interesting going on.
But apparently, yeah, but it's weird that they cover a snowstorm. Like, when a snowstorm hits like the middle of America.
You're really gonna make that? No one cares.
No one cares.
No one lives there.
But why do they care that it happens in the Northeast?
Because it affects 40 million people, and chances are, there's people out
the financial capital of the world.
But
Kieran.
there's also people that probably have like relatives who lives. I mean, you're dealing with 40 million plus people. Chances are somebody knows somebody else who's going to be affected. When there's a snowstorm in South Dakota, the neighbor down the block doesn't even care.
I actually want to know if there's a snowstorm in Minneapolis. I like to know. I want to know where the snow is.
Well, then now there you go. So you do want to know.
I do want to know. Why doesn't Anderson Cooper get all over that?
Like
nobody
cares.
Forget it. I'm not going to go there.
Because it happens like every day up there, so it's not like it's an. Plus, when a blizzard happens over here, it's a big deal.
Yeah, because the entire city shuts down.
Absolutely.
Boston is. I mean, I just saw some pictures.
Racist?
yes, very
Did we
racist.
introduce Andrew, by the way?
I did.
He's
here.
All right.
I'm sitting quiet. I'm trying not to step all over Kieran for the first time. We did a show together. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't think Kieran remembers.
And I used to by accident take over the entire show, and it was like a 45-minute rant that I was going through about like aliens from space, and Kieran was just like sitting there chewing on his dip.
The only problem with you, Andrew, is you know too much stuff. Like you're involved in too many things.
I do.
You need to limit your knowledge. That's your problem.
Like we have over 6,000 miles of streets in New York.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you know that?
Who cares?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. As you were saying.
Yeah, what were you saying? Did you have a point to that, Andrew?
No, I was saying that Boston. Boston was destroyed. I was looking at pictures, and like there are streets that the cars. I mean, just till the top. No, and it's not plowed, and people are actually shoveling. Like the neighborhoods are shoveling the snow off the ground. It's insane.
I want to give myself credit. I was probably one of the select few that got unburied my car.
Okay.
Without a shovel.
What did you use?
My hands in four-wheel drive, my friend.
You couldn't even afford
I cleared the windows.
He was digging himself out.
I got into the car, hit that bastard in drive, and just floored it. And it got out. I went over like a 5-foot mound of snow.
Wow.
And it got out. And I was like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. I'm a tool. I can't do anything for myself. But I just got this car out. I watched everybody dig their cars out. And I was like, crap, I don't have a shovel, right? I was like, how am I going to get the car out? But I did it. I just went out there. I was like, I'm determined. You know what? These idiots, they don't know that they can just turn their car on and probably plow through everything and just get out.
No,
I probably shouldn't do it, but I did it. And I did
like a man.
And I achieved something. Yeah.
Did you get out of the car?
I got out of the car after I got it like loose from the snow.
And you were looking at what you accomplished?
Yeah.
Did you get like in Tom Hanks and Castaway and you got out, I have made fire.
Yeah.
I got the car out.
Absolutely did that. I got out of the car. I was so proud of myself.
Wow.
I actually ran back inside. Told the chick, I was like, I didn't have a shovel, and I just got the car loose. How about them? How about them apples?
Don't lie. You went to the cats first and told them.
I did. I told the cats. They're more important. They want to know.
I heard all about this cat story.
Yeah, well, yeah. Rock's been bringing it up on previous shows, and I really don't want people knowing about it. But I've become friends with these damn stray cats.
It's a wonderful thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
They're the only ones I could trust.
Yeah, but now people are showing me poems about like people who take care of stray cats and how their karma will be good if they take. So I'm like,
that's a good thing.
People are making you human.
How is this bad?
I think you know what it is. I think Kieran is not like a normal human being. Like Kieran is Kieran, and he's this anomaly of a man.
An enigma, as I like.
An enigma, yeah. And now, like they realize, like, oh my God, Kieran likes cats. He is human. He is a real boy.
No, I think
you have a soft spot for cats. Well, for animals in general, you do. You do definitely have a soft spot for animals, and that is a wonderful trait to have.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be like one of these fucking guys that just. Goes out there and argues, adopt a pet person. I'm not going to be one of them guys.
Right. No. But, like in your situation now where there's like little kitty cats running around, you're very helpful and you're feeding them and you're taking them in. And apparently you want to now start selling them on the black market.
Well, the snowstorm that hit, yes, I do. There's one that's pregnant, and that's my go-to cat. There's one that's pregnant, and I really want this one to have the kids like right around the apartment there.
Sure.
So
I mean, are we talking about like a fancy cat?
Yeah, it's a fancy cat. It's like a long hair black gray thing.
I heard about that breed.
Is it? Yeah,
it's a long hair gray cat. It's got to be worth something. You know, everybody has those tabby cats that just look like brown tigers.
Yeah,
and they're really tiny. Those things go for like $10. But you get a long-haired gray cat.
Oh,
you're talking about $400 or $500,
Big
maybe
bucks,
even
no
$1,000.
whammies.
Yeah,
Really, you looked this up?
No,
become
I
a
didn't.
cat
I'm just
wrangler.
going right off my hand, top of the head thing. I don't know.
Top of the
No,
hand.
I love that he became like a cat expert
Oh,
overnight.
yeah. Now he knows
he's
everything
like he's
about
like
cats.
selling cats.
Yeah.
He's a cat man.
He's a cat whisperer.
Yeah,
So,
cat whisperer. Karen.
so he knows everything about him.
There's like
So how much you worth, Gino? Gino, how much you think I could get for you as kids?
The stray cats don't even like me, and I feed them every day. But I was worried about it because we got like 28 inches of
Absolutely.
snow, and I was like, these things are dead. How did they
Sure.
survive? But the cat came back today. I just got I
All
got an
40
update
of them.
as I got to the studio today. The cat came back. It
listen,
survived the freaking blizzard. Somehow.
I could just imagine like Kieran, like it's like in a shed somewhere, and Kieran opens up. He goes, "You guys are the only ones that really understand me. You don't judge.
I was
you
just
guys."
gonna say they're on the same wavelength. I mean, you survived the blizzard, they survived the blizzard.
They don't care. They don't
gave
care.
each other high fives.
They come to the sliding glass door. They look inside. They go, "You gonna feed me, idiot? You gonna feed me, you mother effer? Just get up and feed me. Get off the couch. Stop watching ESPN. Feed me."
Are they that
What do you
angry
feed
with
him? Do you feed him cat food, or you
I
feed
give
him
him
like?
I give him dry food.
Right? No.
What am I,
'Cause-
Martha
'cause
Stewart right
listen,
now?
we all
this
know-
is supposed to be lunatic radio.
No, Kieran is right. Kieran doesn't want to upset the kitty's stomach.
Right, of course.
I give him dry food.
Dry food.
And Gino, which is the cat I kind of like.
Sure. Your buddy, your friend.
I said like.
Your BFFs.
My BFF
BFC
cat.
or something?
My BFF cat.
BCF or
I
whatever.
give her a little taste of dry food, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, throw a little something, you know?
A little dry. Is it organic dry?
But she don't appreciate it. She just, you know. But the
Who's
thing that
she?
Gino, Gino's a she.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, Gino's a she?
Yeah, we didn't know. I thought it was a he when I named him Gino, and then we found out it was
I
a she.
thought it was balls.
Because there's these two other rapist cats that have been because she's in heat now. And there's these two other rapist cats that have been following her like on her shoulder. They're like too close. They're like close talker people. You know those people that talk too close to your face?
Sure.
These cats are right on her grill all the time. So wherever she moves.
When are you going to get into the cat business?
This is a reality show.
Well,
this is
this
you don't
is-
even know.
this
I'm
is
so
the thing.
fascinated. I've never been this fascinated
This
into
is
Kieran's
crazy.
life.
This is the thing. Thanks.
Didn't even involve him. It involves cats.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Like, Gino is in heat, and there's these two cats. There's one long-haired gray cat, male cat, and then there's like this black and white fat, male cat that are just following around trying to bang her up, you know?
Oh.
And they tried to bang her up twice right there on the patio. But we don't want the black and white cat to bang Gino because Gino's a gray, long-haired gray cat.
Oh.
And it's all the kittens are going to look retarded.
Right, we don't want that.
They're like multicolored idiots.
We want good breeds. We
Yeah.
want
So we
true.
want the gray cat to bang Gino.
Sure.
So we have like these cute kitten gray cats.
Yeah, keep
long
the
hair.
value high.
Right.
You think you got a little money? See, this is why Kieran
I'm all
doesn't
about
care
the money.
Internet radio.
I-
it's his life's now about cats. Screw this lunatic
I
radio
think you
nonsense.
found your passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I'm
is-
not a passion. It's not a passion for the cats.
You care about kittens. Come on, it's okay. It makes you more.
I
of a
talked to my
man.
mother in
He's
Arizona
trying
the
to-
other day. We just lost the family pet. They lost the door. She's all upset
Of
and
course.
stuff. And she's like, "I want a cat." And I was like,
See?
"Well, man,
And I love-
Gino has a pet. Has a kitten. I'm gonna ship one of them bastards out there."
You can call Kieran.
Kieran's trying to create a master race of kittens in his backyard. It's become the Adolf Hitler of cat
Yeah,
breeding.
Kieran is gonna start his own little group. His own
Kieran
following.
Mangala.
Is that how you're gonna increase the listenership of the show? Just breed cats.
Literally twice this week. Me and the chick were standing in the living room, watching outside the window, watch cats have sex. We're watching it.
I love this.
It was idiotic.
Now here's the question: did it get you turned on? Did you be like, "Hey, let's go"?
I had to go to the bathroom and relieve some pressure. I had to relieve some
You
pressure.
couldn't even be like, "Hey, babe, let's go."
He
into
has
the
a
bedroom?
girlfriend. He's like, no, I'm going into the bathroom.
he's
You're
like-
staying out here.
It's a personal
I
moment.
think she would be insulted if I was like,
You wouldn't get it.
I'm thinking of cats while having sex with her. So I'll just, she would be insulted by that.
Well, it'd be better than you getting turned on by like Lex Steele or something. So I mean,
No, I think the cats are far worse, Throck.
All right, fair enough.
I think she'd be happy if it were Lex.
So you guys were watching cats do it.
Yeah, and we can't do anything because it's like nature,
Of course, you just gotta let it be.
You can't run out there and go, "Hey, black and white cat, get off the gray cat. You can't have sex."
Of course you can. You go and you make a lot of noise and they run off.
That's true. They're ruining your sales.
Yeah, but it's like
They're ruining your business.
Yeah, but
It's like those damn skateboarders in front of your store.
You're affecting what in nature's course. If the black and white cat is gonna have sex with Gino, that's what's gonna happen, right? But we're rooting for the mongoloid-looking other male gray cat to bang Gino, so we have gray kittens.
I understand that maximizes the value of the cats. I get it. Kieran, you need to show.
But I can't go out there and go, come here, male gray cat, get on top of Gino and get to work. I can't do that because that's affecting Mother Nature, like nature's course.
What has happened to you?
I am completely lost.
You've really lost your mind.
But you are the ruler of this race that you're creating. You can do whatever you want.
You
are their god, essentially.
We only want gray cats.
Take a look at me, podcasters. This is what your life's going to turn into.
It's sad. Right. No, it's sad because I look at myself, like right now I'm seeing myself in Kieran's shoes in 10 years.
Right.
Like he's in my seat.
Doing a cat
He
podcast.
has the headphones, and he's doing This Week in Cats.
This is you, and you better be careful.
I know.
So that's good. All right. So you're gonna create a master race of cats that you're gonna like oversee.
You know,
and
if
you're
you
gonna sell them.
I don't know if you've heard, but you could get like a mental disease from cats.
What do you mean? Like did they bite you or
no,
something?
No.
I heard something
it's like
about
toxo something.
Yeah, there's some sort of like it's cat poo. Cat poo.
It's
something about
like,
you.
It's
like
actually a parasite in the cat like shit.
Yeah.
And what happens is I was on Reddit, which is phenomenal. It's a great site. And I was reading about this girl she posted there, and she goes, I don't understand what happens. The last 4 relationships that I've been in over the last 6 years, every guy, I think she said something like within like a year of dating me, loses his sex drive, gets fired from his job, gets severely depressed, gains all this weight, and I don't understand what's happening.
Crap.
Wow.
Like she goes, I don't understand what's happening. And she goes, the first time, okay, fine. The second time, third time, I thought maybe I was picking the wrong kinds of guys. The fourth time, I couldn't understand what was happening. Now, like I'm at like the 5th boyfriend. This is happening again. And it was a doctor in the chat room, I guess in the forum. He goes, do you have cats? And he goes, yeah. He goes, you should get him checked out for this and this and this. It's a parasite that affects men, and it causes them to slowly lose their mind.
Huh.
And it turned out that the cats had that parasite, and the guys were being, like, they were mentally damaged from these cats. It totally screwed them up.
This is what's totally happening to me.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
You're there.
He just listed the symptoms, and I'm like,
that's me.
He just did the commercial for cat poo disease, and I'm like, I have all the symptoms,
Well, the weird thing is you have these symptoms for like 8 years now, so I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, that's way before the cats.
I don't know. Well, at least they survived the blizzard.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to get.
That's a big thing. Were you happy to just try to hold them?
You know what? I should really I should just stop feeding the cats. And just get back to my life. Enough.
No, we were outside, and this couple of stray cats ran off, and we were saying
stray cats are everywhere. Why? And why am I seeing them all the time? Why are they following me?
They know.
Is something on me? Am I in heat? Are they smelling my,
They
ass?
can relate.
Jeez.
They can relate. These nomad cats can relate to you.
Son of a bitch! This is what my life has come to, people.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a good thing.
I just want it to continue.
This leads to not getting laid anymore.
Oh,
Rock.
stop it!
I can't be the cat guy.
Think about it. Let's think about this
You have
logically.
become the cat guy.
You're a cat guy, but you're getting laid.
Right.
So how?
This is slowly going to migrate into no getting laid anymore.
Yeah.
That's next.
That's where this ends. That's where this ends.
Yeah,
that's the end game for this.
When your focus becomes more about the cats than like your sex life and having a relationship.
It's not like I'm feeding and wrestling with lions. These are stray freaking house cats.
I would pay handsomely to see that.
I saw some guy doing it on the web earlier.
There are a lot
this
of
week.
things I would pay to see Kieran do.
Yes.
Like brush my teeth?
No,
like
no. Like
make
that's a
quick
given.
butt.
Not dip for 5 hours.
Like
I
would like to watch Kieran teach like a kid math.
Oh yeah, no. That's
Like
not
I would
happening.
pay to see that.
That's not happening. I can't. I don't even know math. I never got past like algebra. That was like, wow. I was like, who is this stuff?
Who is
Calculus? I can't even spell calculus.
Am I holding this book right? There's letters involved. I thought math was numbers.
Math?
I live in Suffolk County. We
What's
don't need
with
no
this
math.
A plus B? It's supposed to be numbers.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So, so the blizzard was something remarkable, I guess.
Oh, boy.
Did you survive the blizzard, Rock?
Yeah, no, it wasn't terribly bad by me. The worst part about the snowstorm is it still pisses me off. And because this happened yesterday. hate the guy. So by my house, so I park on the side of my house there, and I dug myself out a little bit, just to kind of so I could get my car out or whatever.
And somebody pulled into your slot.
Somebody pulled into my slot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hated that. Like, come on.
Do you know
man.
who he is?
That's what she said.
Guess you.
Go ahead.
He lives like 4 houses away. It's not even remotely close.
Slash his tires. That's what we do in my neighborhood.
Dumb. Like, you just.
Oh, I thought about that too when I burrowed the car out of the spot. I was like, and I went to the store and I was like, somebody's gonna take that spot and I'm gonna be so freaking pissed.
I don't. And there's plenty of room. I'm not like in a dense area. Like there's plenty of room to park. The guy just saw. I was like, oh, there's that opening, and he knows I parked there. He knows
That should be like
there.
post-blizzard etiquette.
Yeah.
Not to take somebody else's spot who spent 2 hours digging their car out.
So what I'm thinking about doing is piling up the snow in his back bumper and parking like really close to his front bumper, so he's like stuck in there. He's gonna have to dig out the back.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about doing that.
That's what you should. And you should write some shit on his car.
No,
like a real person would.
Just have to dig. I dug, so now you gotta dig. If you're gonna take my spot,
you should put a thing of flowers on the front hood with a "Go F Yourself" card.
Why flowers?
Because he'll get all confused.
And
why
dead
the flowers
kittens.
and the insulting card?
You are so interesting. You just throw.
You want to confuse people.
I don't know. I'd rather just make him shovel a little bit. Like, I normally, well, he always parks by me. He lives so far away. It really annoys me. This guy really pisses me off. Like, there's certain like parking etiquette. He lives 4 houses away because I seen him walk.
Is there really parking etiquette? Is there?
Yes, there is.
I think there is, especially if you have like room by you. Like, go park by you. Like, why are you parking by my place? That's where
But see,
I
that's
park.
an old school thing. Like, I think because we grew up in like similar neighborhoods, that existed when we were younger.
Where you have to park on the street.
Like I
driveways.
remember my father would go berserk when like the new neighbors would park in front of our house. So he would go and slit their tires. And then they would park it in, and he would do it again, and then he wouldn't park there.
There's a line you gotta draw.
So like it's like a thing in my neighborhood that like you don't park in front of the person's house, and if it's fine if it's like a 1 or 2 hour thing, but if you're gonna park there and leave your car there, there's a problem.
Right, absolutely.
You don't do that.
And just to be clear, we're not talking about like super congested like streets where there's no parking. Then it's just survival of whatever you could get. Like, we're not talking about this. There's plenty of parking, all places. I really have no idea why. Well, I think I do know why, because I have motion detectors on the side of the house, and it like as you're walking by, it'll light up right there. So he kind of likes that security. But that's my spot. I like that security. That's what it's there for. Go park in front of your house. What a jerk.
You want to slit his tires?
No, I do.
We could do it.
I think let's stick Gino in the back of his car.
Put
Yeah,
cats
just
all
spray
over
all over that bastard. That's what stray cats are good for. They just pee over new places. They find a new spot, new smell, they just pee on it and ruin it.
Gino's gonna be good for this. This is gonna be good. You gotta keep Gino
It's a
around.
freaking wild animal. Thing swats at me. I've known it for 6 months. Thing still swats at me. It probably mother F's me underneath its breath.
I think all women do that to you. They all swat at you at some point. So
They
it's just
do.
another. I can't believe
Ridiculous.
Gino is a female cat. I can't
love
get over
that.
I named it after the quarterback for the West Virginia Mountaineers, and it's a female cat. Yeah. Did you watch the Grammys last night?
No, I did not.
Best part about the Grammys, everybody, and I know people know where I'm going. Best part about the Grammys.
Taylor
was
Swift?
Not Taylor Swift.
Oh,
by the way.
that's too bad.
Who was the completely got to be the most annoying human being I've ever seen.
She's
in
the
my life.
worst. She really is. She's such an awful, awful, vile human being.
And she's not even like
Attractive.
No.
She
looks
Very
like
mousy.
a ghost to me. She's built like a ghost. Just it has a rounded top and just straight down.
Like all these guys and like all these like A-list guys date her and they all drop her. Like they have no interest in her after like
She
6
must be
months.
annoying.
No, she doesn't put out.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. The stories
Oh,
that
that
she
makes
doesn't put out because she's so scared. A, she's probably approved, but B, she's scared of being labeled like this whore.
Maybe she has
get that.
a little stench.
A little
going.
maybe.
Stench problem.
There's something going on there.
It's got to be.
But she
Something's gotta
doesn't
be
put
bad
out
about her.
And then she gets mad that the guys leave her because she's not banging them.
There's got to be. You're right. We got to something. There's got to be something wrong with her because she has it too good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She has it. Her life is too good. I mean, she's sitting front row at the Grammys. She's dancing to everything. She's having a blast. She makes millions of dollars. She has a big Target contract, endorsements, and this and that. She has it too good. There's something wrong about her, and it has to do with relationship type things. And it's probably because she has a stench problem.
Well, let's.
That's what I'm thinking.
AJ
It
Hammer's
smells
got
like a
nothing on
gutter
you.
down there. Smells like
Well, hold on a sec. Let's back it up a second.
old pot of coffee.
as far as celebrities go, that's a great.
Old pot of coffee.
Like, as far as celebrities go, would you consider her attractive?
No, I actually don't. I don't find that broad attractive
So
whatsoever.
in the world of celebrity, and I agree with you 100%. So in the world of celebrity, she's not exactly, a
The
10.
best looking one.
She's not a 10. So let's start there. So that's the first strike against her.
Well, I don't know. Like, I think the idea of her is attractive, but there's something. Like when you look
like
at
the
her,
idea of the show,
like
being
the idea
good.
of the show being good. Like you listen to Kira for 30 seconds, you're like, wow, this is a really talented broadcaster.
She's got
And then
the
he
body
says-
type of Manute Bowl. That's what I'm thinking.
That you would say like a menudo boy, but that's fine too.
Manute Bowl works.
But you know what it is? Like if you stare at her for longer than 10 seconds, you realize she's a really ugly human being.
She's not pretty.
Inside and out.
Yeah, no, I was looking at pictures of the red carpet thing there at the Grammys at the Staples Center in LA. And I'm looking at a still of Taylor Swift, and I'm like, she's just not, there's nothing good about this broad. I mean, and she's not even that talented of a singer. You know? She really isn't. Like, I think they do something with the microphone and actually make her sound good. Like the auto-tune or something. She's really just not I don't know. There's nothing about her
But
that
every
really...
one of her songs are the same. It's about like some bad boyfriend. You know?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
There's got to be something wrong.
But the thing about the Grammys, and it's just the Grammys are just like the music business, they shouldn't give out awards. They really shouldn't give awards for acting or movies. I don't get all these award show type things, but the Grammys is even like worse than any of the other ones because it seems like everybody gets a Grammy because they only give out on the telecast of the Grammys. They give out like 8 to 12 awards, which are the big awards.
Sure.
But they give out like 100 more in like the pregame non-televised Grammy award thing. And everybody seems to get a Grammy. So when you see like LL Cool J come on last night and like, oh, here's a 10-time Grammy winner, and he announces a name and somebody you never know. You're like, who the hell's that? I don't know who that is. But everybody gets a Grammy. Like Jimmy Fallon won a Grammy last night.
What?
For what?
For his comedy album. So everybody seems to get a Grammy, and I don't think it's just like a pointless thing. Like I don't think Grammys is like a prestigious award.
Right.
So
it's like 10-year-old soccer club where everyone gets the award even though they lost every game kind of thing.
Like
I get that.
The best Grammy speech I think I ever saw was Pearl Jam back in like 96 or 98. They won a Grammy and Eddie Vedder gets up on stage and goes, I don't know what this means. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
You know?
But he's a dick too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's true though. He's like, I think he's making a good point because he's saying, like, why are you judging art? It's like, what's the best art?
Right. Yeah. Right.
It's like stupid to me.
Right, that's true.
And
You wouldn't feel that with paintings.
I feel the same thing about the Oscars, but I understand why the Oscars happen because it's like the old school Hollywood thing.
Right.
Everybody's dressing up. It's like a gala. I understand it.
Sure.
I can get it. But the Grammy thing, when everybody gets one, what makes the award like prestigious?
No, it's true. No, you have a good point. Right. It's an art, and how could you judge people's art against each other?
Yeah.
You know.
And everybody's just full of themselves. I mean,
well, yeah.
half the performers last night, but they look like they've done time. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
I can't even understand half of them
Kieran,
talking.
I thought after the Black History Month special,
Frank Ocean. Do you know who this Frank Ocean guy is?
Is he Billy Ocean's son?
I wish it was, because then it would make sense to me. He literally sang a song about Forrest Gump last night. I
And it was
I couldn't
awful.
even hear him.
No,
All I heard
you
was
couldn't hear
Forrest
anything.
Gump repeated like 48 times, and then he like walked off stage, and I was like, "What was that?" Somebody explain to me what cluster F was that? What was that? I don't even know what that was. Best part of the Grammys last night, though, and and it has nothing to do with somebody performing, not Justin Timberlake doing
Can I guess? Can I guess?
Oh.
Can I guess what it was?
You can guess.
I
if
think
you
I
want.
know. Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Yeah.
That why?
And it wasn't even Katy Perry herself. It was
Yes, her outfit.
her
right?
outfit. She was dressed
Yes.
like a
A good time.
yeah.
A prostitute.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
She was dressed like a problem for men. She
Whoa.
was dressed like a problem for penises worldwide.
Yeah, I saw it this morning. Jeez, it was plunging, a plunging.
Yeah, and
front.
then they put out that CBS put out a big memo like, please tell all the celebrities beforehand, saying, please, hide the body parts when your dresses when you come to the Grammys. We don't want you looking like a slut when you come.
Why?
But I don't think Katy Perry looked like a slut. I think she just can't, contain the mambos that she has on her chest there.
I
Those
think they
things
look
are just
fantastic.
monstrous cans. And then the best thing, that was the best part about the Grammys. That was the only thing I paid attention to. And I got in trouble for it last night.
By
with the
who?
chick. Yeah, the
Oh,
chick,
did
yeah,
you?
She didn't like it. But
Why? Well, how did you react? Let's start there.
Well, I started going on Twitter and like screen capping the boobs and putting them on Twitter.
That's fun.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, he got a little obsessive. There was like a 6-minute tweet-a-thon by him about Katy Perry's breasts.
Oh, all right. Now it's making more. So you weren't just like, oh, she's got a great rack. No, let's go on about this for an hour.
I wanted to like put ice cream on them, and I wanted to do everything with the boobs. Just wanted to. I don't know. They were just fun. They look.
I'll tell you, like, she has a ton of makeup on her face. Like, I don't think she's that attractive in real life. I think they just know how to fix her up.
By the way, Detroit woke up. This is the part of the conversation where suddenly Suncast is interested.
He's up.
He's finally awoke. Well, yeah, wow, man. Those are udders. If I can use good old cringe humor Patrick.
Well, the other good part about the Grammys, too, I guess, last night was Jack White came on, did some rock and roll stuff. And then, like, Mumford & Sons did their...
They're great.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're in Brooklyn, right? This week.
I kind of want to just knock Mumford & Sons, but I can't.
No,
why
do you want to do that? Are you trying to be shocking? Why do you want to knock a band that's good?
I can't knock them. Like, they're that good. They're really
even think
that
about
good.
it.
No, they're the best band out there right now.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I feel like people will get sick of them because they don't like folk music or something. But I just can't. It's really good. That fucking guy's got a good voice. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's really good.
They're in Brooklyn. They're performing at the Barclays Center.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. You should get tickets, Rock.
It's like $300 a ticket.
We should get
$300
for the worst tickets. For the worst tickets.
Forget it.
Insanely expensive.
You still want to go, Kieran?
No. I'm not paying $300 to see a guy play banjo. Screw that.
I heard last week Kings of Leon are going to be at Governor's Ball this summer.
Really?
And I really want to go because I want to hear that song.
Sex is on fire.
I just want to start crying while they're playing. Like, God, man. It's great songs.
Do they even remember how to sing their songs? They haven't been around for a while.
Kings of Leon, Jesus.
They're a good band. There's actually a lot of good bands.
I bet you the Kings of Leon heard Mumford & Sons come around. And they're like, crap. There goes our career. Sons of bitches.
It's like when Mudvayne came out after Slipknot.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, oh, there goes that.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Grammys, whatever.
Nah, I don't know.
I'm not into those shows anymore.
It's
I think it's an
show.
age
It's
thing.
a pop show. That's all it is. It's like for the pop interest. For
but
those...
I never liked the Grammys. I mean, it was the MTV one that you wanted to watch.
Were you into pop music? Were you like all about?
No, not really. But like I would watch the MTV, the VMAs. Like the VMAs were like
it was a spectacle. The VMAs are complete. It was a spectacle, and that's what you watched it.
That's what you watched.
It was a car crash.
But I mean, like I feel like it just lost it. Like everything is lost it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's age. The closer you get to 30, the less connected you feel to like pop culture.
That's true. That's a big point. We're a little out of the loop. I'm sure if we would have this conversation with a 22-year-old chick, which would be kind of awesome right about now,
we'd be listening to her. That would be the answer to that question, Rock.
Well, Justin Timberlake made a return last night.
So what do you think
too.
about the band Fun?
Do you like muffins? Yeah, right. What do you think about the band? I heard about them. I have no idea. What is the deal with this band?
They
Fun?
sing that "We Are Young" song.
Oh, that's that. Oh, that's right.
And they're completely sea smokers, all of them.
Really?
Other than the
Flamers. All
there's
the way.
one dude that has a mohawk who's dating the fat chick from the show Girls.
Oh, I wish I could play some video for them.
Yeah, Fun. Yeah, they won a couple of Grammys last night. Thank God. Now we don't have to hear.
I think it's going to be a lot of bands that we don't hear about.
That's right. I remember that. How that goes.
Yeah, tonight we're young. We get it.
I think a lot of these bands are not going to be around in a couple of years.
Well, that's the thing. That's the other thing too. I like you win like 7 Grammys and you disappear for the rest of your life. Like you don't stick around.
Well, that's the thing now because classic rock. Now we're officially getting older. Now they're playing Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, Nirvana on classic rock stations. And the immediate question I have is, what's going to be like in 20 years? What's going to be the classic rock?
Do you know what they played on a 104 Q1043? Do you know what they played the other day?
What?
They played Incubus Drive.
That's classic rock.
2000? No, 99.
Well, it's understandable. I mean, I could for the time, but like, and I'm okay with that. I'm just saying, okay, in 20 years.
I mean, but that's what they're playing now. I mean, it's.
Oh, you're saying that quality's already
like,
fallen. I mean, it was a popular song.
But like, it's not classic rock. When you think of classic rock, what do you think of? Is that it?
What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore.
I can't do it.
You don't feel like just down dancing, grabbing a cat?
This is what. Yeah, I don't even know what this guy's talking about. Just a whining.
So awful.
What are you listening to now?
Metrosexual.
What is like the new sound you're listening to? Like, what's the new song that you're all about?
New sound that I'm listening to?
Well, just a song or something.
Karen! That's what I'm listening to.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna get in trouble for that one.
It's funny though. The lady out there, that was funny. So they don't cut him some slack, please. For me. Just cut him a little slack because that was actually pretty funny.
So fun, I guess, is the new like Megadeth for us. This is great.
I want to see like a 45-minute jam session of that song done.
Ugh.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Right.
Awful. Yeah, you know what? I'm done with like the other thing. Like, there is no like Jack White was the only thing last night that was a hint of rock and roll.
Right. He's awesome.
He's amazing. He's great.
Right, he was the only hint of rock. I get that.
I'm done with the nerd rock and everybody dressing like a freaking hipster or nerd.
It's in.
I'm like, I'm done with it though. Can we get somebody like I'm longing for the days of Ted Nugent.
Right.
Weird.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, is that ever going to come back? It's
I don't know.
Where's Limp Bizkit? Please,
please. You know what? You bring up a great point.
Why can't you wear a red backwards hat?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I want to hear about the nookie.
Yeah. Somebody like play a guitar and play.
Give me
hard.
something to break.
Yeah.
No, but it's the culture. One of my good friends. Like she's single. She lives in Brooklyn. You guys, I think you guys know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She says every guy she goes on a date with is a pussy. Like to the point that they're terrified to ask her out on like a date. Oh wait, I just described Kieran. I didn't mean that.
I wish I had a whack thing,
but
I don't have any sound.
But she was saying how she goes on a date with a guy, and nobody says like, "Hey, listen, I want to take you out tonight?" They say, "Hey, you want to get together?" And it's like always a last minute thing because they're scared of being told no. And the guys are so over the top sensitive, and that's in. They're all organic. They're all vegans, and they don't drink and they don't smoke.
It's safe. The term is safe. And we could go off on a tangent and talk about like the commercials from the Super Bowl, how it's just all about being safe and just doing what's been done. Don't try to like stir anything. It's all about safety now because everyone's a little bit tighter with the cash. The economy's in a crazy. And I'm being serious. I'm not like trying to go off on this wacky thing, but it's all about being safe and doing what's safe and playing it safe and doing what's been done already because it's safe and it worked.
I thought I was like a metrosexual. Like I'm like a mongrel next to these guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm
like it in tough.
I'm an alcoholic.
Please don't spin this into that you're edgy.
I become edgy in 2013. I become edgy. It took me 12 years to get edgy. Now I'm edgy.
That's the freaking world we're living in, Rock. Where people like Andrew is edgy. What the hell am I? I'm like just a piece. I'm like a garbage can.
You're hanging out with.
What am I?
You are hanging out with stray cats. You are basically Oscar the Grouch.
I'm like, who he's become? He's become like Charlie. He's become Charlie from Always Sunny.
Oh yes, that's right.
He's hanging out in the sewers.
He's making the cat mittens, kittens mittens. That's what you're making.
Yeah, but the nerd rock stuff, or like everybody dressing like a hipster, it just drives me freaking crazy. And I'm looking at all these people accepting awards, and like I gotta listen to the Black Keys and go, wow, these guys they got it. They're wearing leather jackets at least. These are the rebels of rock and roll. I'm just like, oh boy.
No, it's awful.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was a little gay in the fotch, but now I become edgy. Like listen, I become an alcoholic.
That's face, by the way. Fotch is face. I learned that.
Okay.
I become an alcoholic. I drink too much. I like the dry goods, the pills.
He does.
I do.
I thought he was talking about. I forget it.
I've become like a degenerate on paper, like a girl. Like, can you imagine? I go on a date now, and I talk to my wife about this all the time. What that experience would be like? Because like I have to pop a Percocet, and how do I do that in a way that they don't notice it? Well, I lie.
Right.
I was like, oh, here's an Advil. Like it's like a bar trick for me. I'm like, oh, you want to see something cool? I literally flick the Percocet in the air and I catch it in my mouth. And I drink, a beer with it.
Don't you wish you had a skill like that?
Yeah.
And just feel like
Wish I had some Percocets.
we should do that. I still think we need to do a show where we're zooted on something.
Oh, somebody offered me that not too long ago. I don't know who it was.
Like
I don't even know.
Weed one time or something.
Somebody told me they were gonna send me something.
What?
Like marijuana based.
What?
Something.
Through the mail?
I think so.
No, that's illegal.
Maybe I just dreamt this conversation. I don't even know.
Well, let's see. Did you have a flourishing career?
In none of my dreams.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say then it would have definitely been a dream.
I actually had a dream this week that I was at a 80s movie party inside the movie. You know what I mean? Like I was in you ever watch like an 80s movie and it's like a party movie?
Yeah,
like Revenge of the
okay.
Nerds or something.
Sure, I gotcha.
And there's like a scene where there's like a all out beer rager.
Yeah. No,
I dreamt that I was at the beer rager inside the movie.
Wow. That's a great dream.
Yeah. These are the
that.
kind of dreams I have sober.
You know what's my last dream that I remember vividly? It wasn't terribly long ago. I'm gonna bring it on the show in a second. Like everyone for some reason I knew in my life
was putting jizz somewhere on my body.
No. I said a bad. I said bring down. I didn't say bring up the show. Everyone was for some reason was like in a big Skype chat, which I don't understand why that was. And they were all just putting me down and telling me how I screwed up things and making me how I was just screwing up things but I couldn't really make it was incoherent what they were saying. I just knew it was all bad stuff. And no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't defend myself. Like I would beg and plead, that's not me, that's not who I am, and that's not what I did or any of that. And it was just so weird. No matter how hard I tried, no one understood me. It was so bad.
I had an awful dream last night, and I was telling Justice this morning. I dreamt that I had a real job. It was the worst thing in the world. I literally woke up.
It was a nightmare.
I was a school teacher. I was a gym teacher, and I had to call out. And in my dream, I couldn't find a number, and I had no phone number. And then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't have any friends at this job. I've never spoken to anybody here. This is a dream. And I woke up. It was terrifying.
It was terrifying. That's good. That's a nice thing for your wife to hear, that you had a nightmare about having a job.
Yeah, and that's the thing you wake up and tell her first thing in the morning. All right, well, that was the Grammys and the Blizzard, I guess.
That was a Grammy and Blizzard's break.
Yeah.
That was good.
Katy Perry's boobs, that's all.
They are pretty impressive.
Turn your sets off there.
Seriously.
Right. There was no pun intended right there.
Attractive lady. I will give her that.
Everything else kind of just was awful. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with more LunaticRadio.com show. Live from the GFQ Studios. Andrew Zarian sitting in with us. All right, back right after this.
Hey, don't miss out. I want you passing. You're missing the hooter of the funky Buddha. A looter of your fucked up styles that get wicked. So come on, the Cypress starts to kick
My boy.
Cypress Hill, everybody. LR Show hanging out here broadcasting. Live from New York, GFQ Studios.
It's my buddy, Be Real.
That's right, you did an interview with him, right?
Buddy.
Not too long ago.
Had a nice talk with him recently.
Is he still doing that network?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Be Real Live. I think it's just called Be Real. Be Real TV.
Yeah, BeReal.tv or something.
One of the nicest people I've ever met.
Everybody is podcasting. Yes, he is a nice guy. He's very considerate. Word up. By the way, you can call us 646-233-4045. That's the live number for the radio program. Tweet at us at Lunatic Radio throughout the radio program. Rock, I'm sure, is monitoring that. Other than a naked Scarlett Johansson picture that's on our Twitter.
Wait, what?
Yeah. People are sending their hotties of the weeks. But if you're sending your hottie of the week, do it to our Twitter page. And so we can read those off at the end of the show.
There it is. That's right. This stuff.
I even have drunk calls.
Wow, remember
something
them?
I haven't
bothered
done with yeah. By the way, the drunk call hotline is 206-202-LUNA. It's 206-202-5666. So you can do that when you get hammered during the week and don't want to call your mom and dad, boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife, and embarrass yourself with a drunk call when you're out at 4 o'clock in the morning and you're in a car, just hammered by yourself.
Drunk and hammered in a car? Yeah, that's
happened. That's happened to me before. Pantsless.
Well, that's...
You don't want to call them. Just call us at our drunk call hotline, and tell us what's going on, That's what we do. Word up, everybody. LR Show. I have a cool story about squatting in Detroit.
Squatting in Detroit?
Squatting in Detroit. Apparently, in Detroit, there's a problem with people just squatting.
Okay.
But what happened in this particular story wasn't actually squatting. It was just people using other people's houses when they will leave to go to work. It's kind of like, in I guess in Detroit they call it squatting. In other parts of the country we call it breaking
and entering.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's the news story from out of Detroit.
Now, this happened on Detroit's west side, and police are calling this a home invasion. But some people are seeing it a little differently. The victim did not want to talk on camera, but a few family members of the suspects did. Last night, the lady of this house came home to one hell of a surprise. There was one heck of a party in her pad, but she never got the invite. 3 men had helped themselves to all of her gin and her Seagram's Happy Juice. And these cats went crazy. They cooked up all her food, crab legs, shrimp. They even had a bird in the oven. Can you believe it? And while they were fixing their feast, they were high as a kite on the chronic. Bold, huh? She screamed. They ran out the house. Then
By the way, when I first heard this news story, I thought this was a joke, like the Onion thing.
Wait a minute, it's not a joke?
I don't think it is.
No,
because they get man on the street reports, and then they're like talking about how it happens a lot.
No, our boy in Detroit just confirmed who it is. It's like it's a real anchor.
Yeah,
it's a real anchor.
Yes,
Yeah,
Suncast got
because
all bent out of shape.
I had never heard a news reporter say the word actual chronic sack or smoked up all my chronic.
He called the law. According to the police report, the victim says her house was a hot mess. A bunch of her stuff was stolen, including some very sentimental things. And the dudes dining at her dining room table were fellas with familiar faces. She told detectives 2 of them live right next door. Now that's worse than a nosy neighbor. Your brothers are in there. Yeah.
How freaking lazy is that? So these dudes are they just get up in the morning and go, hey, look, Doris left her house. Let's just go walk in her place and grab some grub and just watch some tube. Smoke some chronic.
Wow.
It's just normal, you know?
Isn't that kind of what like Gino's doing? He's just kind of coming in the house.
But he's a cat, dude.
Oh.
And I let him in. He doesn't break in and go,
okay.
hey, what's on ESPN? It's not stealing my weed.
It's
I
so
don't have
bad
any.
of it. I'm terrified of Detroit.
Yeah.
I was just asking John today, like I got a couple cell phones, and I'm like, we're getting a BlackBerry review unit, but you might have to go to Detroit to pick it up because that's where the ad agency is. He's like, listen, I'll go and I'll pick it up, but I'm not parking my car.
Wow.
So I'm like, what are you going to do? Just roll by and have the person just throw it in the car? He's like, yeah, I'm not driving to Detroit. I'm not parking my car in Detroit.
That's a beat downtown, man.
Oh, God,
And this is
the
a guy
worst.
that's lived there for a while. Like, we could be like, I'm not going to Detroit, but like we're not there. Like, he's like, no, it's as bad as you think it is. It's like post-apocalyptic U.S. city. It's what RoboCop, like what they depicted in RoboCop is actually happening in Detroit.
Well, I watched that show. What is it called? It's on the True TV network, Hardcore Porn.
Oh, yeah.
It's like about the, and that, I think that porn shop is in Detroit.
Everything's done
On 8
behind
Mile.
like 5 foot thick glass. You're making a transaction out in the open.
It's just it's depressing watching that show, even though it's probably like half of it's made up, I'm sure.
Someone at Chime said you could buy 4 homes for $400. That's true.
Didn't they sell the Superdome? Or not the Superdome, the what is it, the Pontiac Silverdome?
Silverdome for like $500,000.
$500,000, $550 million. Was it $550,000?
It's easier to
Yeah,
buy
$550,000.
easier to buy the Pontiac Silverdome than it is to buy a house in New York City.
There's like 80,000 seats in that place. They had WrestleMania there.
Right.
The roof, by the way, the roof just collapsed on the place. It's falling apart. The entire dome just collapsed.
Of course it did.
That would be like a sight to see, like just to drive by the Pontiac Superdome or Silverdome right now and just see what it looks like.
You know how awesome that would be if you you roll by with a chick, be like, oh, yeah, I own that. You know how awesome that would be?
I thought
well,
about
she would
it.
probably go, so what are you going to do about it? Because it looks like a hellhole.
Nothing. That's where I keep all my cats. It's become a cat sanctuary.
Dude, that's probably like the mecca for stray cats.
Listen, I'm building the kitty corral.
Gino's running the hot dog stand. It's a kitty corral. You already gave it a name. The Pontiac Silverdome is the kitty corral.
The kitty corral. We're renaming. It's actually called Kieran's Kitty Corral Pontiac Silverdome.
It might make a buck or two.
Kieran McCann Stadium.
Welcome to the kitty corral. I'm your host, Kieran McCann.
That's amazing, though. That's a city where their entertainment place.
It's falling apart.
But
you know what? That was the heart of America 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Like that's like you wanted a job, you went to Detroit, and you had a really high paying union job, and your ass was safe.
Sure.
And you were living a good life. and just fall apart.
I don't understand how the Detroit Red Wings still play that. I don't know how they don't move to like one of the suburbs. And
Well,
play
why
there.
doesn't why do
the Joey Lou? Why are they still playing at the Joe Louis? Like, get out of there.
the Joe Louis Arena?
Yeah, get away. Like, and people, and obviously it still fills up like every game. I mean, Detroit is like one of the most prestigious teams in all of hockey.
Look at the
don't make any comments.
Look at the Devils. They're playing in Newark.
Yeah, I know, that's true. But then again, there's only like 20 people as a Devils game, which is so sad because they're another amazing franchise in hockey, and no one goes to see them. But
yeah, because look where it is.
Yeah.
Would you go to Newark?
Heck no.
You don't want to go to Newark.
No, absolutely not.
There's more to the story of the squatting in Detroit.
But Sis here says it's not his fault. He was just a guest.
Somebody was squatting in that house. The guy that was in there, he was squatting already, so he was inviting people over as if he was living there.
Come on over.
So the guy that was squatting there originally just invited people over to have some fun.
Owner, renting the property or whatever.
We got
You
shrimp.
don't leave your home abandoned for 3-4 months.
Well, the woman tells Fox 2
We got
she
chicken.
was there last Tuesday, and everything was intact.
This is Detroit, Michigan. This is the hungry capital of the world. And we will come in there and squat in your house if you're not home.
It was like a chill spot.
Wait.
What? That's just an awful.
Just telling you how it is.
That's an awful rule.
Why would you say that? Yo, this Detroit. We play by our own rules.
Yeah.
You leave your house, we come live in it.
Do they have a police force in Detroit?
No. What are you kidding me?
Are there any cops anymore?
Please.
What's going on over there?
The cops come and party too.
Imagine if you lived in Detroit or around the neighborhood where this took place, and you're going, oh, crap, that guy lives near me?
Awful.
If I just leave my house to go to Depot for a second to get some sheetrock or something, he's going to come in and just start watching Tube and making food, and I'll have to come back to, an intruder?
I don't know how anybody lives there. It's just a scary hood.
Like, what do you think? What would you rather? Like, the worst part of Detroit, Compton, or the worst part of Newark?
Ooh.
Oh, or the South Bronx.
Oh, I think I'm going with Detroit.
I'm going with the South Bronx.
I don't
know.
know.
I think I do South Bronx.
I don't. Have you guys ever been to the ghetto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not fun.
I've been to Detroit too. Have you ever been to Detroit?
No, is the whole city like a ghetto?
It's
pretty close.
sad.
Majority.
It's pretty sad. No, I
There's
was,
like a financial area that's like okay.
Yeah, no. I was down in the dirty Detroit. I was there.
What were we doing there?
I was hanging out with a chick.
I guess I would pick the one that I haven't been to, so I'd go with Compton. Because I just don't know. It would just be a mystery to go there. I just would, because I know what the South Bronx
But isn't
is
Compton
like.
not really as bad as what it used to be?
No, they're trying to what do they call
revitalize
it?
it?
Gentrificate, right? No, what is it?
Gentrificate?
What is that word?
Compton-
Gentrify.
Compton was the place where they used to have those ghetto
Gentrification.
tours. They had like a ghetto tour service.
they didn't.
I swear to God. There was a
What?
guy who had a business where he took like white people around in like a tourist van and showed them the ghetto. I swear to
What?
God. It was in the news a couple years back. Not fucking making that up. I swear to God.
Oh god, that's crazy. No,
I mean, if you squat in the house and somebody invite you over to smoke some weed, you gonna go be right next door.
I don't know what you think about all this right now, but these people believe she's to blame, and she should have known better than to ever leave her house alone for too long.
Stay on your property for your copper come up missing.
Now, that gentleman says he would never, ever do anything like that, but other people do. 2 guys were arrested last night, but the other guy, he ran before the police got there. You know, the saddest thing about all this is you should be able to leave your house as long as you want to, and everybody should just leave it alone. By the way, that lady is looking for another place to live. I'm Andrea Isom, on the edge.
Word up, everybody. There's squatting problems in Detroit.
The viewers could have just seen what was going on in here.
I did a button or something. I don't know.
We were playing charades for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's we should do a remote from Detroit.
I don't want to do a remote from Detroit.
No, come on, it'll be fun.
They should just
They should just give up.
just give up.
Yeah, just burn down the whole place.
Pack everyone up.
Unfortunately, people still live there.
No, just forget about it.
But
just close it in.
Close.
They really should just get rid of the title of don't even call it a city anymore. Just call it an area or something.
Remove the zip code.
Remove the zip code. Just let it figure itself out.
I don't even know how they could fix Detroit. You know what I mean? I don't even I can't figure out how they could possibly fix it because they were so reliant on those union jobs and those are all gone.
I know what they need. I could tell you right now. All they need to do.
A sunny day. They need something.
In all serious, hipsters need to move there. Hipsters will create nothing into something because they will buy super cheap and they will start making like
art galas.
Exactly, and their little organic stores. I'm serious because that's what they did. Like in the Red Hook district when it was like brutal and bad and nobody would go there. Like it was Detroit bad and it was dirt cheap. It was below dirt cheap to move there. So the hipsters moved in there and they built it up. Now suddenly it is like the place to be.
Look at Williamsburg.
All those places, absolutely. Oh, we got a call coming in. There we go.
Call, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you from?
Is it Domino's?
No, it's not Domino's. Two Stone Mike, what's going on?
Shit.
I'm starving.
Two Stone Mike, yes. What's up?
How are you, man? What do you have for the show, sir? How are you?
I'm great. You awake?
I'm awake.
Okay, good.
I'm on the
radio.
radio.
No, I figured that, yeah, I know. No, but I figured that was the way that all cities were, that you just left your house and the neighbors took care of it when you leave.
Honestly, Mike, did you really think that?
Well, that's why I thought these people were here.
Does this happen in Tucson, Arizona, where you live, my friend? Do you leave your house and people just come in and squat, drink your beer, make phone calls?
That's why I buy extra every week. No, but that is some weird stuff that they actually...
Yeah, well, that's what
leave
happens.
Your house, you can't leave your home.
You can't.
What?
No.
But see, here's the problem. Like in any other neighborhood, when you interview someone like about like a neighbor, he's like, you know what? It's a shame what's happening to this neighborhood. In Detroit, the response is, well, what do you expect? You're leaving the house.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Like, look at that messed up mentality there.
Sure, well, that's just the way it is.
And like, there's a major disconnect when that's what your neighbors are saying. Like, well, tough shit. You left your house. That's why we don't work.
Yeah.
We're afraid to leave our homes.
We should do a remote.
Good luck rebuilding that city.
We should squat in a house and just do a remote from that house. Just set up shop.
Call it the Squatter Podcast.
You know what was the most amazing part of that story? How she had shrimp in her fridge.
All right, where'd they get the shrimp from?
Like,
right?
and I'm thinking, I'm like, you know, you're in Detroit.
I would not eat shrimp from Detroit.
I would not eat shrimp from Detroit.
I wouldn't eat anything from that area.
And they had a turkey.
Nah.
Past Thanksgiving.
I don't even...
No, they said a bird. How do you know it was a turkey?
I'm assuming it's a turkey.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But
You're wrong.
I don't think anything. Was there a mention of the police got involved in that whole
Because
story?
there is no police. Did you stop it?
The lady talking is the police.
Oh God!
There's no civilized society.
Street justice.
That was the funniest thing because I don't ever remember like seeing a cop when I watch anything about Detroit. I never remember other than like the movie 8 Mile. I remember there was a cop car in that, but I don't like ever remember seeing anything about a cop in Detroit.
They've
Do
totally
they have a
abandoned.
police force anymore?
4
over there?
people.
Hey, that's where Axel Foley was from. Remember?
Best thing to come out of Detroit is Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop.
A fictitious character.
It's a movie about a cop from Detroit, and they can't even name it Detroit Cop.
Right.
They named it Beverly Hills Cop.
He's a Detroit cop actively serving in Beverly Hills.
Hey, Two Stone, are you stoned yet right now?
No, I wish.
You got to get on that miracle marijuana tip. It's got to be legal down there in Arizona.
Arizona? Yeah, no, it's not. I still work for a company that won't let me smoke.
Quit
Quit that job.
Quit that shit.
Go join the Kitty Corral. You could get Kieran an employee at the
Yeah.
Kitty Corral.
Yeah. Start smoking weed and talking to cats. Life gets better. Telling you. It's enlightening.
Yeah, I mean, I might Google that.
All right. Thank you, Two Stone Mike, for your kind words on the radio program. There he goes.
Okay, yeah. You guys have a good show.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
We're trying, Two Stone Mike. Thank you.
Hey, wait. One more thing.
No, you ain't getting out. Don't even.
Yeah.
Don't even.
That was just too...
He's too slow, Mike.
Not funny, Mike. We should call him.
That's not nice.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. Don't say he's not funny.
No, he's a nice guy. I've actually met him in person. He's very nice.
Of course you did.
Nice and kind.
You touch each other.
Mm.
You go, how you doing?
Yeah. Our buddy that used to host the radio program with us, Josh Gogan.
Who?
Josh Gogan.
Never heard of him.
Some reason sent me a message, an idea for the radio program.
He sent you something and sent me something, that rat bastard?
He sent me something on the Facebook about an idea to do on the radio program.
Sorry, didn't mean that, Josh. I take it back.
Let me scroll through and see if I can find it. Topic of discussion, Josh writes. What advice would you give to a high school guy that was trying to bang his teacher? Seeing as these are women that are around our age now that Rock and I are a little bit older, and maybe Andrew's a little bit older in her 30s, late 20s, right? What advice would we give to a young kid who's in class, high school, and wants to bang his teacher? What advice would you give to him in order for him to achieve that goal of actually banging the teacher?
You don't. So we've seen in the past several years, it doesn't do anything good for you.
Doesn't work.
There's no, that fantasy is just like, it just don't.
My first response to Josh's question is, this is why you're no longer on the show. But...
Gorgeous. Sorry, was that me?
I don't know if you really...
No, Kieran has to press the button again.
What kind of advice do you give? I don't. It's not something you give advice on, right? Because that's not something you should do.
Yeah, just don't.
Yeah.
Give advice.
But if I were to indulge the question, I would say probably learn Pinterest.
What?
Because all the chicks dig this Pinterest thing.
Really? You're in the know? You're in the know?
Is it check on Pinterest?
It's Pinterest. Pinterest.
Is she on it?
Oh yeah, she's on it.
This is also coming from
She
the guy.
loves it.
Jessica has no interest in it. I'm so happy.
No interest in Pinterest?
No interest.
That's funny. This is also coming from the guy Kieran, who thinks when women get together, they just talk about vaginas. Yeah. So
you guys drink Pinot Grigio and talk about vag.
It's wishful thinking, I would say.
I don't think they just talk about.
I love that.
So Josh Koken's question.
Who?
Guy who used to host this
name.
radio show for 3 years.
Never heard of him.
His question was, what advice would you give to a high school kid? And people in the chat room and listening live to the program, call in with your suggestions, 646-233-4045. What advice would you give to a high school kid who's attracted to his high school teacher and wants to bang her? Your advice should be, what should he do? What should he learn to actually get the job done? Bang the teacher.
I got a high school
teacher
with story.
In this day and age, I would just ask.
Yeah.
Because it happens so regularly. You hear about stories in the news all the time about high school teachers banging their students.
Oh, just send her a text, sex ? LOL. You see? So you're asking, but you're being silly.
Friend her on Facebook, maybe?
There you go.
You know? How about, ask her to download Snapchat?
What's that?
I believe that's an app you can download on your phone, right? And you can send pictures, but they get deleted after like 10 seconds. They're all like gone. So you can send like a picture to her of your hammer, and then it'll be gone after 10 seconds.
Okay, other than for that purpose, what point is that
just that
app for?
Just that.
It's sexting.
That's it.
That's all.
All right.
Instantaneous sexting.
What other situation would you want to send somebody something that's gone instantly? Other than fucking...
Anything that's incriminating. Like murder shots.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I have a teacher story.
High school teacher story?
Middle school teacher story.
Even hotter. Go ahead.
My 7th grade art teacher, she was probably like 23.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking Spanish chick. Like a 10, this girl. And the last day of school, she left the school. She was leaving. And she goes, hey, you guys want to see something? It was like 4 boys in the class. And she showed everybody her ass, and she had a little heart tattoo on her ass, and she pulled her pants down, and she was wearing a thong.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
She was so smoking hot.
That's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I never had that pleasure of being attracted to one of my teachers in high school.
She was a fucking knockout. Like, I would love to see what she looks like now. She's probably like 40 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I believe that teachers nowadays are hotter.
Yeah, I think people in general are better looking.
Yeah. I remember when I was in high school, it was the old drunken English teacher with the beehive nonsense going on.
I don't remember.
Now they're all young, 24-year-olds, right out of school. Yeah, you're right.
I think, because when I was in high school, I don't remember ever seeing a teacher that was like less. I could be wrong in judging the age wrong, but I don't. Because when you're that young, you
know what happens?
That 34 years old is ancient, but it's not.
What happens to a lot of these teachers, and I've seen it firsthand from my wife's friends, they become really frumpy after a couple of years. They stop dressing up because they get comfortable wearing sweatpants to school.
They become addicted to cats.
And they just don't care anymore. I think the job just sucks all the good-lookingness out of women.
Well, because the hours stink. That's the first and foremost.
No, the hours are amazing.
What are you talking
about?
They're
off in the summer. They're off in the winter.
No, but you're up at like 6 and that's not totally true because they still have to do work over the summer, and they're up at 6 a.m. They're back at like 4, and then they're asleep at like 9 p.m.
My wife was a teacher, like a real teacher, for 5 years.
Yeah.
She never did any work in the summer.
Well,
she was worried about going to the beach.
Good for well, you got lucky with that because I dated 2 teachers.
Oh, and they give a shit, right?
No, no. What do you mean they gave?
Like about their jobs.
What are you trying to make? Wait, what are you trying to say about your wife?
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, jeez, you crazy.
Like they wanted to make a difference. They wanted to be what's her name in Dangerous Minds.
See, look. Oh, do they work 1,000 hours in a year? Is that a lot? I can't tell if that's saying that's a lot of hours or not a lot of hours.
You're asking the wrong person, my friend.
But just because they off in the summer, during the rest of the year, it's impossible to do anything. You don't get any days off. You know, like for us here, being in the Northeast, like the winter is the prime time to go away because during the summer, you want to do something local.
They work 180 days.
Okay.
They only work 180 days out of 300 and whatever.
But during those 180 days, you ain't doing nothing.
Is the question now that you two are talking about why are teachers hotter now
well,
than they were in the past?
My theory is that they get frumpy because they get comfortable and exhausted from their jobs. But with that said, I do think they have a lot of like bullshit to deal with, and I think the job just beats them down.
Mm-hmm.
Like totally destroys them.
2,080 hours.
It's 40 hours a week.
Right. So they work 1,000 total. I know they're done by 3:30, but then again, they're in bed by like, at least these are my experiences. They're in bed by like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Boring. It's boring.
I don't know.
I guess it's so tempting. I wish I was in high school now. Like I want to know what that's
you
like.
Want to have sex with a
no,
teacher?
No. I'm not saying that. But there's so many like you think about. Back to all the stories over the years, and over the years that we've done this radio show, Rock, we've done I don't know how many countless stories of high school teachers having sex with students, and all those girls. At least it's like a 50-50 whether they're hot or not. It might be even better than that. A lot of these girls were quite attractive teachers that are having sex with these students, and back in the day, I can't imagine that.
No, I think some like the last 10 years it all changed.
Yeah.
You got to click on that thing again. I don't know what the hell's
going
on.
Is that the Rock Keep It Down alarm?
No,
I feel like every time I say
something went wrong with this thing.
You've got technical problems in the studio. It's okay. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Well, I think they made like an effort to get younger teachers because most of the time it was like a fallback.
Is it just the case that like the older, frumpy, ugly teachers from our day are just retiring now?
They're all retiring, but
and they're
also,
hiring a new.
You also have to remember a lot of
chicks?
times like people didn't go to work. Like a lot of like you're talking like in the 1960s that we got like the leftovers of that generation. Like a lot of these teachers, like it was like a secondary job. Like they went in when they were like in their 30s. Like, they didn't go in thinking, like, I'm going to go become a teacher at, like, 20 years old. So a lot of them were older by the time that we were in high school or middle school. But I remember, because I'm a couple of years younger than you, I was the first of that, like, whole young teacher thing. Like, we got those smoking hot 20-year-olds that came in out of the street, and they were teaching in the classrooms.
Younger and cheaper.
Younger and cheaper.
But, you know, I'm just realizing with you specifically, you're always home.
I am.
So when your wife was doing teaching, you were always around, and you never like going away. You're always just around.
Yeah, I'm always around.
So that's why it worked out quite well for you. See, I'm always wanting to go out places. I always want to go away. So it was a big problem because the teachers when I dated teachers, it was like
they had a bunch of prudes.
Well, no, going out. I'm talking about
no,
going out.
If I told Jess, I'm like, hey, listen, let's go out. She'd be like, okay.
I think she's a rarity in the
teaching world.
In the teaching world. They're just fuddy-duddies. Fuddy-duddies!
Mm.
Isn't your chick a teacher?
Yeah.
How
she gets that thing, too. She gets the thing from the
But
students.
she's like a machine, though.
Yeah.
I just, like...
What do you mean she's a machine? Like a dishwasher?
No, she's always doing something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's always, like, running especially. I'm so jealous.
But I get that, though, when she, like, teaches the class, because she teaches, like, the freshman kids in college.
I don't know. Maybe I just had bad experiences.
I'm sure she gets that when she walks into class and the guys are, you know, staring at her and stuff.
I don't want to generalize teachers as fuddy-duddies.
She asked me sometimes, she's like, is this too, like, inappropriate to wear? And I'm like, I don't care. Go ahead, wear it. It's awesome. You look great.
Right.
But I got to imagine the kids are sitting in class and, you know, some of them are going, teaching.
I think you both have, like, the rarities in as far as teachers go.
But
then you agree with the fuddy-duddies that they become,
no,
like,
they do. They do become old fuddy-duddies.
So...
You become sensitive towards children and things that are nice and appropriate.
I think it's easy for a kid. If my advice, if I'm actually entertaining Josh's question, if you're in high school...
if you are.
If you're in high school, you're a high school kid and you want to bang your teacher, my advice to you, to actually go and bang the teacher, is just stalk her on the internet, and then you know, do it that way.
That does go a long way.
Mm-hmm. Stalk her on the internet, and then
The Kieran
you probably
system.
get there.
Dude, it gets really dangerous. A lot of my wife's students were finding my shows.
Yeah.
And they would go to her and be like, "Oh, your husband is on, does a show. Your husband does a show." She's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." So the last thing you want is people watching this.
I think the social media thing around that's happened over the last decade or so has really changed things.
That's the first thing that you go to when you're hiring someone, right? You look at their Facebook.
That's what they do.
No.
First thing you do. I'll tell you one thing. When my wife was leaving the job, the old principal, my wife was helping him hire the replacement.
Mm.
And they were going on Facebook, and she's like, "Is this a person you want to hire?" Like, there was one person that they loved.
Mm-hmm.
They loved her. She came in. She was dressed up nice. Pretty girl. Jessica found her Facebook. It's like horror pictures. Like, she's like grinding on a guy, like wearing nothing, like all this like crazy shit. She's drinking.
That's the girl I hire.
She's smoking a joint. It's like, here's my replacement.
Kieran's interested.
Kieran likes that.
She'd be a perfect English teacher. I like that.
Yeah.
You know what
Kieran,
I would want to be if I were have to be a teacher. If I were a teacher, the grade I would want to teach would not be in high school, but it would be it would definitely be a college. I would be a college professor.
Whatever's up around 19 years old.
I would be an adjunct college professor because if I that's what I would be.
Jacob saying in the chat room, every time I meet someone for the first time, I Google their name.
See, that's just creepy. He's a stalker. Jacob from the chat room. But you do that though. If you have somebody that you're interested in,
right?
A lot of people do that. They go on the Googles and they just look them up.
Right. If you didn't meet them in person,
meet a hot chick, you just try to find her on the Facebooks or something.
That's the first thing you do.
You come home, if you're a single guy out there, meet a hot chick at the bar.
Like, I'm gonna add her.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to add her. I'm gonna try to find this boy.
And I'm gonna masturbate to her like fully clothed photos at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Try to find a picture of her or somewhere, and drop it into Google Images. So see where she's at.
Is that what you do, Kieran?
Just a world of stalkers. That's what we have. We have a world of stalkers here.
That's what you become.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that. I don't do it.
You don't follow them on Facebook and Twitter? You don't look at all the pictures?
No.
Who's this guy? Who's that girl?
Oh.
Everybody does it, right?
Oh, come on, everybody.
Come on.
Nah.
Just
I
jump
don't know.
into it.
Just do it.
Don't be that guy.
Don't.
Because they're doing it to you. I'm sure they're doing it to you.
Oh, absolutely. But it's all good stuff. It just helps me build up. I got a nice resume on the internet. I like because you can't find me on Lunatic Radio.
I love when when like a girl breaks up with her boyfriend, and all of a sudden these pictures start coming out.
Oh yeah,
like her going out to a club, and it's always the same picture. It's always low cut dress, short skirt, low cut top. She has like a drink in her hand, and she's putting one on the other hand, and she's bending one knee with her ugly frumpy friend. And that is the picture she puts on Facebook.
Oh,
that
like
is the I am single girl. The newly single girl picture on Facebook.
Right.
They all bend the knee.
The newly single girls, and it happens with guys too. The douchey guys out there, when you become like newly single, you change it up on the old Facebook or whatever the hell it is, and you become like you put up those risque photos.
I must have did it all wrong because I just was putting up stuff about drinking beer. That was it.
Oh yeah, you weren't putting up the bend knee pictures.
No, I was just putting like how many beers I had in one night. Then I realized, boy, I look like a real alcoholic. I better put a kibosh on this or kibosh. I learned it's like kibosh. It's kibosh.
Yeah, it's not conversate.
I always said
that's not a word.
Damn it.
Conversate's not a word.
I want to say kibosh. I want to say conversate.
All right, Josh Gogan, thank you for the
yeah, we actually
for the question there.
It kind of
there's really no advice to give a high school student who really wants to bang his teacher.
Coleman in the chat room is saying Andrew is letting him dip at the desk, referring to Kieran. You're okay with this?
Yeah,
it's over there. Yeah, I'm sure he's not okay with it.
Last time I drank
happening.
some of it.
No!
I don't want to get into that.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back more lunaticradio.com nonsense right after this, everybody. What up, everybody? LR Show hanging out with you from the GFQ Radio Studios. Andrew over there stressing out.
I'm fine.
Oh, yeah.
What's the matter,
You got to
sweetie?
press that button again, by the way.
I got to press the button
What's
again.
The matter?
Nothing. I'm okay.
All right, good.
I'm watching wrestling while we're doing the show.
By the way,
Don't
tweet
blame
at
me.
us at Lunatic Radio. Get your Hottie of the Week picks in for the end of the show. We got drunk calls today, too. We'll play those. And live number to call into the radio program, 646-233-4045, everybody. There's just like craze going around the internet. From what I hear, it's called the Harlem Shake. Everybody's doing it, right? Is that the new thing?
I love it. These videos are awesome. So funny.
What was the last one? The Dougie? Everybody's doing the Dougie?
Yeah. Everyone's doing the Dougie. But that one wasn't really as video hilarious. It was just watching people do the Dougie. And, I was like, oh, I mean, it really only made something because Kate Upton did it, and we just want to look at Kate Upton.
Right.
But this was more
No,
of
the Cat Daddy. She did the Cat Daddy.
She didn't do the Dougie? I thought she did the
No,
Dougie.
the Cat Daddy.
The Kate Upton Cat Daddy thing. By the way, Kate Upton on the cover of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition. Second, 2 in a row for her, right?
Yeah.
I think the only other person to do that was Tyra Banks. Good for Kate Upton. She's just...
Yeah. Should we just take a moment and think about it?
Yeah, everybody just take a moment.
Just absorb it in.
Yeah. All right. Kate Upton, great.
So the Harlem Shake.
Yes, it's everybody just does a dance, right?
It's a viral video, but it's not a viral video as in one. Like, everyone's making their own. It's big on the Reddit. That's where I saw it today. Sean we've had on the show before, he introduced me to it, and they're just hilarious because... it's very simple at the beginning, and then it explodes, and just wacky things are going on in the second half of the video. Very funny.
I saw the office of BuzzFeed, BuzzFeed.com.
Okay.
They did one. They put up so everybody's making these little Harlem Shake
Do we have to do a
videos.
GFQ one now?
You might have to do
honestly, can we? I want to do one with us because I would love to get like all of us, get like Julian in on it, like get a whole bunch of people because we would probably do a really good one. I would love for all of us to do one of these, but we have to do it soon because in another week and a half, it's going to be
too much of a commitment. I can't commit to it.
Yes, you can. We'll do it here.
Let's be like
I just want to see
like we
Kieran
usually
dipping.
are. Let's do it 6 months from now.
Yes. Yes, that is the magic of this program. You know, we're hip on trends, just way too late.
We'll get around to it.
For all the new listeners, we were around when Twitter was just beginning. It was its infant stage by the first 3 months.
And what did Kieran say?
No. And what did Rocket say? This thing's never going to take off.
I cannot confirm or deny that comment was made.
Which means it's true.
You didn't have to agree with me.
I know.
But what you did.
I don't even think I heard you say it, to be honest with you.
We were one of the first Twitter posts ever, like within like the first few months. We were mentioned. That's how long we've been around.
You were mentioned by who?
Oh, someone at the X. No, we didn't even have a Twitter thing. It was like it wasn't an at Lunatic Radio. It was just Lunatic Radio mentioned. Someone who was at the podcast episode, like, you ever heard of this Twitter thing? We're like, no. And they're like, oh, you got to say something. You can only do it within 140 characters. Like, well, that's dumb.
Wasn't the podcast expo that we were at the first time when we were broadcasting? There was Twitter actually had a booth. Didn't they have a booth there?
I don't remember. They might have. I honestly don't remember.
I thought somebody told me that.
But I wouldn't be surprised. And
that's how freaking old we are.
We were just bashing on them, I'm sure. Like, this is stupid. 140 characters? What's the point? We got a message board.
We got a forum.
Yeah. You can post pictures on it and stuff.
Who's going to do this?
Yeah, we can talk about porno and we don't have to add people.
What would go on the Lunatic Radio forum?
Tons of stuff. We actually had
a lot of porn. People, like, we had this thing.
That's all I would imagine.
Yeah, it was a lot of porn stuff.
In its heyday, which was like 2006, it was busy. We had a lot of stuff going on. It was also kind of the forum for, we had bar nights. Remember those things, Kieran?
Yeah, bar nights. We used to hang out with and mingle with our...
also known as Kieran just showing up, getting drunk, and leaving.
Bar nights.
So speaking of this Harlem Shake thing, that's the craze going around the internet, our buddy there in Rock mentioned the place that this comes out. Oh, the Fuzz on the Lens Productions. They did this. They set up this specific one. So it's a bunch of people, I'm sure, from the Staten Island area and whatnot. And Johnny's like an actor for the Fuzz on the Lens Productions.
Yes, he's an actor, and he's good actually. Yes.
So the people. This is. I mean, we'll just play the
Johnny Staten Island, by the way. He's in it.
But you can look it up on Harlem Shake Best Version. It's on the Fuzz on the Lens, one word, on YouTube.
Well, what I like to make it a lot easier, just do Harlem Shake and then the word fuzz. It's the first one that appears. Just do that way.
Do that, or you can go to our Twitter page at Lunatic Radio
and our Facebook page.
You can check it out. But it's Johnny Staten Island doing the Harlem Shake, and everybody loves the Harlem Shake. And here we go. It's like this. You've heard this if you've been around the internet. It's just it's a visual. It's not a.
But it's an awesome sound.
It's an awesome sound. There's Johnny right there.
And that's the breakdown.
Yeah. And then they only last for like 30 seconds.
That's
it.
So you got the first part. There's a certain rules you have. So you have to have somebody up front doing
with a
this-
helmet. With a helmet.
With a helmet, a simple little move, just something really simple, and just everybody kind of standing in place, not really doing anything. Just a few people. That's like the really good one. And then when this cuts in, you could have like crazy nonsense going on. And it's, it's all about being a little creative.
And there's always a horse head somewhere.
I don't like that.
I don't
want to do that.
is.
When we do ours, we're not going to do the horse head.
We don't
It's
we don't have a. Is that like? I thought that was a thing you're supposed to have.
No.
Some people do it. They replace the helmet with the horse head.
Right, but I don't think that it's played out. You know,
So there's actual rules to this bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's what makes it the Harlem Shake. But you know what we're gonna have instead of the horse head? We're gonna get Gino in the video. That's
the cat.
We're gonna get Gino the cat.
You know what? No, better idea.
Oh yeah,
much better. It's only cats. There's no people, just a bunch of cats just running around
and spraying all over the GFQ
spraying
studio.
all over.
So we're gonna do this one. I already have our follow-up video. We'll have Josh Gogan start it, and then when it kicks in, it's still just Josh Gogan.
No one's ever gonna watch that if he's in it. No one can stand 30 seconds of Josh Gogan any place. I love the Josh Gogan jokes. Former co-host of the LunaticRadio.com
Very good
show.
one.
And we love him, actually. He's not a bad guy.
Oh, I'd give him a kiss right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, we got to do this. I really would love to do this because it would be hilarious. It would be freaking.
So we got to
hilarious.
do it like now. We got to get people together.
Jessica said the same thing. Jessica's like, we have to do it like this week. But it's way
it
too
might even
much.
be too late to do the.
I think it's jumped the shark already.
I think we already jumped. Yeah.
Did you see?
Can we do it on the show? Can't you just play the audio and we'll do it like right now here?
No.
You do a Harlem Shake.
No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Don't make me.
Why won't you
Don't make me.
it?
I don't want to do it.
Why? You don't want to become viral?
No.
Why not?
I don't want anything that's viral.
Oh, you're ridiculous.
HIV's viral.
Karen, would you do it?
The Harlem Shake?
Yeah.
I don't care. Anything to kill 30 seconds, Russ.
You know what? You should do it by yourself.
How is it possible? I'm surrounded by people who are on the internet, but want nothing to do with the internet. How is this possible?
I just want to go Facebook, Twitter, back to Facebook, back to Twitter.
Also refer to every night for Karen.
Triple X bunker.
I don't know.
What do you do during the day?
Huh?
What do you do during
Oh,
the
we
day?
love playing this game.
I don't remember daytimes.
No, like
day begins at 6 p.m.
Can you? Does it really?
No, it doesn't.
Tell me your day. Tell me your entire day.
4:30.
Like, tell me from the moment you wake up.
Well, lately,
Yeah.
it's coffee,
On average.
Food.
No. But I want to know time. I want to
Radio.
know time.
sleep, drink, repeat. That's lately.
What time do you go to bed?
Well, on average,
2 a.m. 2 a.m.
2 a.m. probably.
God.
Yeah. I'm a night. I've always been a night
Yeah.
owl. It doesn't matter though. Like even if I had to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd always go to bed fucking way too late, and I just use the F word as a comma. Sorry, Andrew. Yeah. I've always been a night owl. By the way, other than the Harlem Shake, which is a fabulous piece of audio and trending all over the world, our buddies there, the Buckwheat Groats, Rock and I met them. We've had them on the show.
Yes.
Rap group, very funny guys, very talented guys, very funny guys, very humble and endearing fellows.
Yes. Agreed.
Upstanding young men. Rock and I met them not only on the program, we had them do an interview with us a couple times, but we went and see him at the Webster Hall there, a venue in Manhattan. We saw him perform, and then we hung out with him afterwards and smoked some L's and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Whoop, whoop.
Word up in the VIP, yo. Word.
That was a great night.
It was
I don't
interesting.
remember much of it.
It was
I remember there was an Asian guy there.
It was us, an Asian guy, the Buckwheat Groats, Penis Bailey and Little Dinky, and just two random girls
we had no
in
idea.
a room by ourselves, in like a VIP like room, and just having fun, drinking whiskey and doing whatever we do.
See, that should be like every week for us with this show. That's where we should be at in our lives with this show.
It really should be. It really should be.
But you're too busy with cats.
I gotta take care of the cats. Sorry. But yeah, no, I mean, that was fun. It was fun. But
absolutely.
But the guys, actually, when we were hanging out with them that night at Webster Hall, they're saying they were going to come out with new music. And I can't wait for you guys to hear the new music. And I'm like, oh, great. I can't wait. But it's been months. But they finally put it all together. I guess took a trip out to Japan or China or somewhere.
China.
Was it China they went to?
That's China.
And they made their new video, which is on the web now. If you go to search Buckwheat Groats, just search Buckwheat Groats on Google or YouTube.
Or go to our Facebook page. It's on there, too. Go to our Facebook page for all this stuff tonight.
Everything we mentioned on the show, usually you go to our Twitter or Facebook page. It's all posted there anyway. But here's the new song, and if you want to check it out for yourself on the internet, the new video, it's called Swag Like an Asian by the Buckwheat Groats, everybody, on the LunaticRadio.com show. Debuting on the LunaticRadio.com show. Here we go.
Buckwheat, yeah, buckwheat. It's the Buckwheat Groats, y'all. Groats. This song is for all the Asian people out there in the world. We see you. Mongolians, Vietnamese. You an Asian person right now, I need you to just bounce. Bounce. Yeah. And if you're not Asian, if you just have the pleasure of knowing an Asian person in your life, and I hope you do, I need you to just throw your fucking hands up. I'm swag like an Asian, basil bok choy, every day we be blazing. I'm swag like an Asian, spicy green curry, every day we be blazing. I'm swag like an Asian, edamame peas, every day we be blazing. Been to 100 million nations, but ain't nobody got swag like them Asians. I'm swag like a motherfucking Asian, baby. 8 pounds, China white, that's an Asian, baby. Poppy seeds got your boy fucked up. So many Asian bitches with me, that's the Joy Luck Club. I'm eating good, got the Buddha belly. Call my weed Chinatown, cause it's super smelly. Kush make you choke, you could call it scars. Yeah, we smoking L's, but we call them R's. I make the haters wanna harikari. Wooden sandals hopping out the fish sauce Ferrari. Y'all see, I perform like Lee. Anyone, Bruce, Ang, Chang, Ray, Brandon, one. Take a brick and divide it, I'm good at math. Count 100,000 stacks, yeah, I'm good at math. In the seaweed suit, bitch, I'm sushi made. So icy, Christy, I'm a Gucci made. I'm swag like an Asian, basil bok choy, every day we be blazing.
Word up, everybody. I believe the audio's cutting out there for some reason, but that was the latest from the Buckwheat Groats. Swag like an Asian. Check it out on YouTube or, Google. Buckwheat Groats.
I actually take that back. I believe it's actually Japan, the video. Now that I had a chance to think about it, I don't think it's China. It looked like Japan.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm just making this up as
they're great. And what's amazing to me is that they're not bigger than they are, because we've over our time here doing the radio program, we met two groups really, or actually a handful of them, to be honest with you. But two I want to mention off the top of the head is the band Psycho Stick and these guys, the Buckwheat Groats. Literally two. I mean, they're not famous musical acts, but they should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm amazed. It's amazing how many talented people out there that are as talented as they are, like groups, like musical acts that are just not anywhere. You can't find them unless you know where to search on the internet. But these guys should be just as big as anybody else, which is why I go back to the Grammy thing, and giving out awards to musicians seems completely ridiculous to me, because there's so much great stuff out there.
Yeah. Their music's good and their videos are just spot on, just top notch.
Yeah, and they're actually funny, crafty, clever.
Humor, right? The lines are very clever.
Yeah, they're literally. Look up everything about the Buckwheat Groats, all their songs. You'll find it once you search them out there on YouTube or whatever. You'll find all their songs. They're all great. They're all funny. They're all edgy in a way.
Take yourself out of the game.
Take yourself out of the game. Which is a slow jam song about kill yourself if you're a depressed bastard. It's great stuff. It's really
hilarious.
It's cringe humor type stuff, but it's very funny and well done and cleverly done. It's not there's no malice there whatsoever. It's really good. And their video production is amazing. This stuff should be on MTV. This stuff should be on Fuse Channel or Comedy Central, or somebody should pick it up and just start playing the stuff.
Right.
Have the guys come in and host an hour and play their videos. It'd be entertaining stuff. I mean, Penis Belly wears a diamond-plated penis chain. What's better than that?
Exactly. It's hilarious.
That's comedy genius for me.
It's hilarious.
These guys should be on like Jimmy Fallon or something. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking.
No, I agree.
Like, it amazes me.
And that live show when we saw, they put on a great show. It was very funny. They came out and started throwing McDonald's French fries when they came out. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious. They had a Secret Service guy on stage that just stood there the entire time. It was great. Very cool.
Yeah. 2 songs to look up. Not only Swag Like an Asian, but Arbor Day Song.
Oh, classic.
And $1 Million Menu.
Yep.
2 songs to look up by Buck Creek Roads. And then take yourself at the game if you want a slow jam for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Really great stuff.
I hear you.
Word them up, everybody. Yeah, so go check that stuff out, Rock. So what else is going on in the world of nothing?
What else is going on? I don't
You know what my chick said to me last night?
Aw, why?
This is good. She's probably going to get mad. Yeah, it's your coffee.
Give it to
You
Rock
can
to give to
speak
me.
into the microphone. Here, Rock, give Andrew his coffee there. Thank you.
We're playing sign language.
No, I mean,
Did you spit in this? Did you dip in this?
No.
Are you sure?
I put my D in it, though.
Holla.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll do silly jokes with each other, you know. Yeah, but definitely try to be. I enjoy being, but like my whole thing is like the best part of a relationship is
Do you
having
do
someone to laugh
cuddly
with.
humor, or do you?
Oh, all types of different humor.
Because I'm like, I guess me and my chick have really like a unique type of relationship there, because I literally talk to her and act around her. Like I scratch my balls constantly. Like that's gotta
Constantly?
That's gotta when I'm sitting on the couch, it's like a thing I gotta do. I gotta like every 30 seconds adjust my unit. You know, I gotta move the unit again.
You're not like a civilized person, though.
I kind of find myself civilized.
That was rough, even for me.
I'm civilized.
You're not a civilized.
I mean, do guys do that when they sit on the couch? I guess they do.
No,
right?
I try to be a little bit more civilized to use.
But that's like my version of being like cute and funny and goofy.
I mean, I feel very comfortable. Comfortability is very important, but there is also a certain level of being respectful and etiquette. I think.
I do that too.
Go get me a ham sandwich.
Today was the first day I ever actually. When her and I were both in the place, and today was the first day. And she's probably listening to this, which just makes me cringe when I say it. But this is the first day I ever actually did a number 2 in the old bathroom with her and the.
There?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, I had to go.
Stop it.
And I was just like, wait, she doesn't have to do anything today, like because work was canceled because of the
Wait a
snow
minute, what
and
did he
stuff.
do?
I took a number 2.
While
took a
she
dump.
was in there?
Not in the bathroom,
Oh!
but in the same place, like in the residence.
Oh, in the same house?
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Today was the first time. I tried to be incognito about it. But
How did that go over?
I tried to do it real quick, so it made it seem.
She caught you.
No, she didn't catch me, but I tried to do it really quick, so it seemed like I just went in there to take a leak. You know what I mean? Because leaks are like 30 seconds tops, and you're out of there. So I went in there to do the number 2, and I was like, I got to get this out quick, so it makes it seem like I'm just going in there to take a leak. You know what I mean? So that's like
how'd it go over, though?
I don't think she even noticed until she listens to the radio show and I'm talking about it.
Oh, it was good until you did this thing.
She's home probably with her hand on her mouth going, I'm not letting him back in here.
She's changing the locks as we speak.
How dare you take a deuce in the house when I'm here?
Yeah, that's a little rude, actually.
Well, when you got to go, what am I supposed to do? Do it outside with the cats?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Gino, come here. Check this out. Have you seen one that big? Big brown mess.
Oh, God, nasty.
Yeah. Oh, she just texted me. I knew. Damn it.
She knew the whole, see? But she was fine with it, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly she didn't change her attitude about you.
Yeah.
She didn't, like, open the door and be like, I said the door with
Well,
you.
that's a deal breaker for new relationships, I think. I think
What
if
are you talking? Oh, listen.
I think if you're hanging out with a chick at your apartment or your crib one time.
How long have you guys been dating?
A while. Almost half a year. You know, this is like I literally took me 6 months to ease into taking a dump in the same facility as her. You know what I mean?
Your thought process is amazing.
He's an alternate world Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Like he breaks down, bathroom etiquette and
like I just love the thought process that day by day.
Mm.
Well, it's working for you though. I mean, look, your job, quote unquote, is to do internet radio, and you got a very nice chick who's got a lovely job, and she takes care of you and she cares about you. So clearly, you're doing things right.
It might be going downhill if I start dropping deuces in the place.
You better plug that up, man. Yeah. You better start just eating like grass clippings.
Now,
and
do you
water.
clean up? Like, do you clean up?
Do
the
I
house?
flush the toilet?
No, like I'm saying, like in general, do you clean up?
Gino, take care of this one for me, buddy.
Babe, come in here. Flush the toilet. I don't know how to work this thing. How do I log off the toilet?
No, in general, like, do you clean up the place? Like, do you wash the
Oh, yeah,
dishes?
no. I do dishes, make coffee, take out the garbage, feed the cat, clean the litter box.
Occasionally.
Occasionally. There was a big dump in the litter box, and I couldn't go near it.
Triple X Bunker and all this?
Huh?
How do you fit in Triple X Bunker?
I don't.
Just a rough. You're a busy life, man. Look at you.
Triple X Bunker and I broke up.
Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
I know he's stalking me, though. That website's stalking me.
all-
He wants me back. I know.
Keeps on not. Keeps on. Garen.
The people at Triple X Bunker are probably like, dude, our numbers are down. What's going on?
We're getting 4,000 uniques a day from this IP
Hey,
address.
Tommy, did Karen get a girlfriend? I've been uploading porn all day. No one's watching it. So what's better, for a man to be humorous or like Brad Pitt type?
Call in. A woman's got to call in.
Call in 646-233-4045. That's 646-233-4045.
Well, you can't be dull.
No, we just.
Hey, Andrew, how do you keep your beautiful wife?
A lot of.
Are you funny?
Chloroform. That's how he keeps her around.
a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
For her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We're like fucked up people though. Like we have bizarre senses of humor and.
So you do it with humor.
Yeah.
Are you thinking
Like,
your
she's
humor
all-
outweighs your looks with the chick?
I think it's a combination. I think she's with me because of my looks. I don't think she's with me because I'm a funny guy. If I look like Artie Lang, I doubt she would have been with me.
You don't. Wait, she doesn't think you're funny?
No, she does think I'm funny.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, like, what is it? What's outweighed more? You know. I don't know. It's a dark sense of humor. Like we joke about like.
That's a big deal, being on that same page as far as that goes. You know, being able to
like, can you imagine
joke with each other?
Like, can you imagine? Because I know your chick finds you funny.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
which I think is like a borderline insult because I'm like, don't you find anything attractive?
But let me give you an example of this. Like, imagine if you were dating someone, and I've seen this happen to a lot of my friends. You're dating someone that, like, she was repulsed by your show. Like, she was mortified by your sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't get it, thinks it's stupid, thinks it's obscene. Who was I with? I was with somebody recently. It was like a family thing, and somebody's dating someone now, and that's always fun when they bring like the girlfriend or boyfriend over. So he brought the girlfriend over, and the girlfriend made him look like an idiot. Like he wanted to, like, I'll give an example. Like he said a joke, and it wasn't even like off color. It was a funny joke.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
A little edgy.
Sure.
She was more. How could you say that?
Really?
I'm just gonna say, Karen. Oh my god, she went into this fit.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, I can never be with someone. But there's so many people out there that dates people that are like their lives are totally separate. Like when they're with their friends, they can never behave that way with their girlfriend.
I actually did. Yeah, he brings up a good point because I have friends that are like that. Like when they hang out with me, it's completely balls to the wall, disgusting, toilet, absolutely awful humor. But when they're like alone or when I'm hanging out with them, it's completely different. They're completely different.
But you guys know me. Am I different without Jess?
No.
I think you've done it the right way
Same
because she
jokes.
knows everything about your
Perfect
humor.
example, dude. Perfect example. When we went out, did you guys talk about that on the show? I think you did. When we went out a couple weeks ago, and we were sitting at the bar, and the shit that we were talking about at the bar.
Yeah, well, like the whole shaving
Yeah, like,
the ass.
and that was to a extreme level. Like that was a 10
Well,
on the
here's the
topic
other thing.
of like conversations to have.
Here's the other thing that makes us specifically three here different from.
We're doing a show.
We do. We talk about all this stuff every week, So it's to us, it's a normal. Like when we were at that public place and we were talking about shaving our asses, it was like not even a big deal. Like it was just like.
But you know
whatever.
what my wife said? Jessica said something interesting. She goes, "You know what was fascinating about that conversation?" She goes, "I'm used to it, regardless. Like I know you, I'm used to it, and I'm numb to it. But you three went into show mode, and it was like a switch flipped. Like." You brought it up to Kieran. Kieran picked it up and just like the whole flow, like the energy change. And us three started doing a show, and we totally forgot about it. It was like the microphone was there, and Jess is so used to that at this point,
right?
And she sees me do that. Like she'll see me. She goes, "If you're having a discussion with someone and you're fast and you're interested in the actual discussion, you go into show mode." And there are certain things like she says, I will do this. Like that is my thing apparently when I get into show mode.
I wonder what my show mode.
You get loud. You're not as loud in real life. You get really
Interesting.
loud.
You know, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Kieran does his like, and you don't do it that often, but you sometimes do when you do a show. You get into this Carson.
Are you radio voice guy?
Yeah, you get radio voice guy. So you became radio voice guy. I became pontificating guy, and Rock became like the loud, like crazy
guy.
Yeah. So now Jess.
By the way, Rock and I went to show mode when I was doing a best man speech at a wedding.
That's true.
Oh, no.
That is a true story.
I was doing the best man speech, and I was referring to Rock.
Story.
I even ended the speech going, "Hey, Rock, send us to break or something." We're coming back with more lunaticradio.com right after this. I think.
I'll tell you the worst thing that's happened to me from doing a show is I've become the one-upper because of the shows that I do. Because you always feel like you have to tell a story, right? So what happens? Someone will say, you know, I had an awful Tuesday. I got into a car accident. He goes, you know what? I'll tell you something. I have a buddy, and you always have a buddy.
The one-upper.
And he flipped his car upside down, broke his neck, and he got himself out of the car. Like a one-up anybody's story. And Jessica's like, stop it.
Right.
You got to stop. Like someone's talking about their like mother dying and you're one-upping her.
Yeah, I have 2 mothers that died. What about that, bro?
I was like, you know what's funny? One of my buddies, his mother got murdered. Murdered.
That's so interesting. I never looked at that because I'm not really like feeling like I need to be in show mode. Like there's no show. Like when am I going to be in show mode? But it's just kind of like, I mean, you and I have been doing this for so long. It's just like this.
For us, it's like
it's a comfortability thing.
But we're the same on the show as we're off the show. So if guys out there are listening to this segment, I mean, it's literally when you go hang out with your buddy, you change.
Yeah.
You know, and become the disgusting little, you know.
But what I'm
saying for relationships to work well,
whole thing.
I think you got to be the same with your guy friends as you are with your spouse.
But I'll give you a perfect example, okay? I'll give you a perfect example.
And vice versa, same with ladies.
Absolutely.
So your chick that was at the bar with us, she fit in like a glove.
Yeah.
Like she just got into it. My wife, your girlfriend, Rock, all of us were like in this weird like dynamic. Like we were just throwing it at each other. Can you imagine if the second that conversation came up, she was repulsed by it? Like, she really like was mortified that you're saying this, was totally embarrassed. The whole car ride home to Suffolk County, she's telling you how you embarrass her all the time when you have a drink. I mean, but I've seen this happen. Like I've seen this happen so many times.
I know.
And
I think I have friends that are like that.
Okay, so why are they with those people?
I don't know.
Why? Like,
it's a different reason. It's a relationship I don't understand.
Like, but it happens so often. Like so often, and I can't tell you, maybe out of like 20 friends that I have that are in relationships, maybe 5 of them are in like a relationship like I am, or a relationship like Kieran, where they totally get it, they don't care about it, like they're in on the whole thing. Every one of my other friends, their girlfriends are mortified by them. They sneak out, they lie to their girlfriends about where they're going. They don't let them watch football. They don't let them watch baseball. They find MMA too violent for them. Like weird stuff. Like pornography is not a topic of discussion.
Right.
Like these are things that they're deeply, and I'm like, why would you settle for that? Like, why would you be with someone that doesn't get it? They're totally offended by everything.
Yeah, but there could be other people out there that are okay with that. So those people are made for, you know, those kind of, I don't know, restricted people.
Sure.
If you
I mean,
will,
there are
for
people
this.
that are
I'm
like
sure
that.
There's guys and girls, and that works for them, and so it's okay. I mean, again, it comes back to us. We're just in a very different world. How we are socially, especially amongst each other, because we're just constantly just throwing stuff in the air and saying whatever. So we're kind of unique in that sense. So it's a little. I mean, yes. We here would never want to be with somebody.
Do you
who's
think
that
we're an extreme? Do you think like we're like total extremes in all
Talking
this?
at a restaurant about shaving our asses, we're a little extreme. Yes.
Yeah, you think so?
It was actually even worse than that discussion.
It was far worse than that.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding back. And I'm, you know, and I'm not saying it's a bad extreme. It's just that we're very open and it's silly conversation, and you know, it is what it is. So what?
But I mean, there were people like the guy sitting next to us was fascinated.
Well, that's
and your theory,
we're engaging.
Kieran's theory was that he was into my wife. I don't think so. I think he was into the show that we were doing.
Kieran won't admit to being like an interesting, you know, engaging person, so he'll find the easiest out and be like, oh, it's because of your wife, Andrew. God forbid you're an engaging, interesting conversation.
God forbid he was fascinated in anal discussion.
I'm like a piece of sheetrock. Just no.
White and bland.
Yeah. It should be stacked and put away. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, but I think it's. I I honestly don't understand people that are in relationships and they don't really know the entire sense of humor of their partner or their person that they're in a relationship with.
Rock, let me ask you: when you go on a date, do you bring the show up? Like, is that one of like your go-tos?
It's actually funny, and this worked out quite nice because with the chick I'm with now, I actually brought that up the first night, and I never did.
And what did she say?
She was. I mean, it was.
Has she listened?
Oh yeah, I think she's actually listening now.
She said, "Oh great, not another podcaster."
No, she gets a kick out of it.
You know how people are
she
like,
thinks I'm sexy on it. It's crazy.
You know how people are like, I don't date actors. I don't date musicians. It's like, I don't date podcasters.
Right. Well, actually, I would. You know, if they said, if she said that, I'm like, I don't blame you.
Who did you date?
No, wouldn't blame you.
I can't argue the point.
Yeah.
No, I can't either.
It's like, you know what? You got me there.
So let me ask you, what did she think of the show? Like, was she like, holy shit, this is the show that he does?
No, she kind of rolled with it. I mean, she's very funny, and then it goes back to the whole point. In order for it to work, you have to kind of.
Yeah, I met her. Awesome.
Well, right, but it's just the people who don't understand. It's like I guess to be with me, you have to be open to silly, stupid jokes, and also get humor, and you actually even be able to do a joke. Just because you find a joke funny, you kind of it's only half of it, because just because you could get it. There's going to be the situations where I'm totally just making a joke and you're just not going to get it. So, but if you're able to do a joke also, I guess to be with me, it's kind of important. And that's why this works. Like, your chick's funny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife's funny as hell. So that's why it works that way. But, everybody's different. Again, we're in a unique situation because we've been doing this for many, many years. We have to essentially talk for hours at a clip. So, we're a unique situation. I mean, it's not like when I'm with my chick, I want to just talk all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like, I'd rather hear her, believe it or not. I don't want to hear myself.
I've totally lost sense of reality. No, I've totally lost sense of reality when it comes to like normal conversations to have. Like I've totally, that part of me, like normal people having a conversation, totally out the window. Like I end up interviewing people. and that's how I engage in people. Like even if I'm not interested, I'll be like, you're from Tennessee. And what was it like growing up there? And I'm like, these are questions that I would never ask someone.
Right, yeah.
And I end up doing like a 25-minute interview, and then I go to the bathroom. I'm like, well, I'll be right back after this. And I just walk to the bathroom.
I feel like that with this radio show. From doing it all these years, I feel like I can't have a normal conversation with people without interjecting some sort of stupid... Like, I can imagine the chick thinks that way when she's sitting with me on the couch just watching American Idol at night. I don't have conversations. I just make noises and go, I gotta go to the bathroom.
But that's you.
I know, but somehow she enjoys it, which is great.
It works. That's why you guys work out. But as I was thinking, I wasn't really sure how it kind of tie into this conversation. But I think about like the rare nights when it's just you and I hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love if there was like a fly in the wall, because I don't think, like, I want to know like how we are when we're out, just you and I, and just bullshitting. Because every time we're out,
it's a lot funnier than the radio show, I would imagine.
Fact.
Yeah.
And we'll, him and I, when it's just you and I, no joke, 6 hours we're out.
Yeah.
And
we never shut the hell up.
And we don't stop talking.
No, we don't.
Which is so weird, because you think like after every fucking week we're doing this, talking.
Granted, 4 hours into the conversation, it's just like,
but we make sense.
Yeah.
We understand
and we're
each
laughing
other.
at it. Yeah.
We're laughing at it.
Yeah.
But Rock, record a night when you guys are out. That would be interesting. But I don't know. But it wouldn't be natural. See, it wouldn't be natural. That's the whole thing.
We'll just make 1,000 Vine clips and put it on the web.
See, I don't like that, because because we're being conscious of it.
Yeah, I can't ever be like, I'm sitting in a studio right now with like 6 cameras on me. Like I don't feel comfortable when there's a camera on me, so I don't.
See, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
See, because I play in the band, so it's like I'm used to people. To me, it's like nothing. Like to me, this is actually easier.
Yeah.
So like I don't really. Although you are at the gig, at the Staten Island gig that we played.
That's because I was
you
liquored
were on the
up.
stage and dancing and shit.
I was liquored up. That's me. That's my the part of drunkenness where I'm about to hit the brick wall and just pass out. That's when I start being fun. Other than that, I'm just a miserable drunk.
Wow.
I just go to sleep.
God. way too serious. I got way, Kieran.
Oh, I'm kidding. I'm not really.
As you're a good like again, it goes back to those nights where it's just you and I, and we talk about everything and anything. I guess that's why we're able to do this. But like you and I, Andrew and I, we have our Saturday dates and we just talk for hours.
Great.
And we're not doing. All right. So what does Jess say when it's just like us three the Saturday? Did she get that or like?
No, I'm not like that with you.
When it's just like when it was just you and I,
just me and you.
But then when it's us group,
it depends. Like I think a lot of it also has to do with how much I've been drinking.
No, that's a legitimate thing.
Okay,
that's like an underlying theme with this radio show.
Drinking a lot.
It's you're in your mid-30s and you drink a lot. It's the underlying.
Really, 30s? We've been doing that since the 20-something. Since I was 22 when I started.
I know,
with
but
the
it was
show?
like accepted.
23. Oh my god! Oh my god! Over 10 years I've been around you.
So depressing.
This is so nuts.
I hope that doesn't
So
happen
much we
this way.
learned tonight. We were there during the infant stages of Twitter.
I'm trying to get back to the point of this segment. I don't even know what it was. It was so long ago.
Because we're getting old.
Oh, yeah. It was...
forget. Oh, man. Imagine when we start doing that, we forget what we're talking about on the show.
The segment began when my chick told me, hey, I'm only with you because you're funny. And I didn't know how to take it. Of course, she's home screaming at the radio right now going, I didn't say that.
Can she call in?
She could probably call in.
Just call in and give and be anonymous. Well, actually, it wouldn't be anonymous because
Be
we know she's
anonymous.
calling in.
Yeah, call in and don't be anonymous.
Explain like what you see in Kieran. I think she did say he's nice.
This could be a good.
I have a theory actually.
Oh no, wait! I remember she did call in and she's like,
I have
you
a
could
theory.
just chill with you.
Yeah, I'm a good chiller.
I have a theory. I have a whole theory.
Andrew, go.
I'm not. No, we had a whole conversation when we went to go buy cigarettes. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I do have a theory on why they're together.
All right.
Why she's with him, not the other way around. 'Cause that's obvious why he's with her.
Vagina.
No.
Poontang. And cats.
Cats. Like the
Wait
deli.
a minute.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, theory. Yes, Andrew, please.
I'm not gonna say. If she calls in, I'll say it.
Theory to why my chick is with me.
You. Yeah.
Go ahead and say it.
I figured it out.
Because it will probably entice her to call in if you
She
say it.
knows you from high school, right?
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
I was two grades above her.
Okay. That plays a big part. You played baseball?
I did play baseball.
Okay.
But I only pitched one inning and I let up about 8 runs.
But she doesn't know that.
Never played again.
Yeah. She is with you because she knows the Kieran from high school.
Oh.
And
which is
not the
amazing
Kieran of
because
today.
I don't even know the Kieran from high school. I don't remember those years.
And you were pretty
You
jacked
were older
then too, right?
He was
in good shape.
older.
He was
2 grades older.
Mm-hmm.
She was a
living out a
sophomore.
fantasy.
You were a
She's living out a
senior.
high school fantasy. Is
Yeah.
that what she's doing?
I think so.
Kieran's getting worried now.
Really? Maybe I should go resort back to the guy who was in high school. But she did. When she did meet me, I didn't have a personality in high school because, granted, everybody
Doesn't matter. That's why she's with you.
You don't get a personality until you're in the mid-30s. Literally. I mean,
That's
I was actually watching.
Stop
And
that.
now, case in point,
All right.
Justin Bieber on SNL this week.
Really?
18 years old. He's 18 years old.
That is your.
He was trying to have like a personality, and I was like try to be funny and like have like some sort of comedic. He was trying, and I was just like, this is not going to work because he's 18. He doesn't have a personality. He doesn't know who he is.
Are you really relating reality to Justin Bieber?
No, I'm just saying personality.
But you were talking about the most possible
Well,
scenario. with
when I was
Justin
watching
Bieber.
him on SNL, I was like, this is every 18-year-old kid. They just try to be funny, but they're not. Like, I've never met an 18-year-old kid who like makes me laugh.
Fine, 18, but 20s, come on. 23, 24. No?
No, I'm telling you.
I would disagree with that.
So why is my chick with me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out.
Because you were a baseball player that was 2 years older in high school.
That's it?
I think so.
Wow.
That's my theory.
All right. Well, that's not going to entice her to call in, I don't think. She's probably going to call in.
She should. Or at least tell.
Oh, here we go.
Caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi.
Hey.
Am I right? Please tell me.
That is ridiculous.
You think that's a ridiculous theory?
Theory? Yes. Totally.
I stand by it.
Okay.
Explain.
First of all,
Yeah.
if Kieran wasn't like the super cool jock guy in high school that, everybody wanted to date.
Oh, he wasn't?
Oh, he wasn't.
If I was the last guy at the
I'm
party,
shocked.
maybe.
Yeah, right.
No. Plus, he kind of dated one of my friends. So.
Oh, so it's revenge. This is what
revenge.
this is.
I didn't know that. Now this is adding to it.
No, honestly, but okay. So then what really enticed me was like seeing that he was a runner on Facebook and also the radio thing. I thought that was really cool.
So let me ask, what did
in
you think of
reality,
him?
he does neither.
But what did you
point,
think
Rob.
what did you think of him in high school? What was your thought about him in high school?
I didn't really.
You had no thought about Kieran.
No, I mean,
Not
I think
one.
he was nice.
He was a nice guy.
Ooh, the
Yeah,
nice.
I don't really remember. I think we went to a party at his house once.
Ooh.
And
Is
it was
that
a
the
little
one? Is that
crazy.
the one where you got beat up?
I don't even know.
You know, I don't remember that happening, but
Didn't you get beat up at one of your parties?
Yeah, I got smacked
you
in the
did.
head. Yeah, with the baseball bat.
Yeah, but from what I understand is that you always had the best bashes at the McCann
I
household.
did. We used to call them McCann stocks.
Yeah.
Because they would like last an hour because the cops would come.
Fat Kev knows how to throw a party.
Yeah. Doesn't know how to make it last though. Literally. Sorry, babe, for all the stuff I was talking about on the radio today.
So what's give us some, and don't do the whole he's good to chill with, because now you guys have been together for a while. So enough of that nonsense. Like what's
what's keeping me around?
Yeah, essentially. Like, but and like give us some. We need to help Kieran out. We got to make him understand that he's a good guy. So like, what's some good traits? He thinks he's sheetrock, so we need to like.
He's more like plaster. He's not sheetrock.
He's plaster. What's some good
No,
qualities?
I don't know. It's just, yes, the whole humor thing, it's good. It's like, that's what I said today. I said, this is why this works. It's because I'm always laughing, like, all the time.
Sure. Yeah. That was the
with
comment.
him, at him, it's good.
Is it more at him than with him?
At him. I'm kidding.
I actually have a
No,
new
it's
bit.
good.
I have a new bit I want to start with
You're
the
doing
chick.
home
here we
bits?
go.
You're
No,
doing
no,
bits
no.
at home?
Like when we're in public, I'm just gonna hump things and stare at her until she looks at me. Like if we're at the supermarket together, I'm gonna hump the bread aisle
You
or
picked
something.
a great one.
Yeah.
It's
I'll stare at
hilarious.
her.
It's hilarious, but it pisses me off because I can't remember the last year you did a bit for the show. But you're gonna do bits with her.
This whole thing's a bit rock. We're pretending to be a radio show.
All right, so he's funny. We got that down. What's another quality that you find in him and why you want to stay with him?
I think that he's adorable.
All right, no, that's good. So attractiveness.
I'm like a cat.
He's so there is
That drinks.
Yeah, that drinks, exactly. The best line ever. And I said it. All right, so he is physically attractive. We are establishing that tonight.
Yes.
All right. So you are physically attractive.
Like a seal.
Even though apparently according to him do you think he's getting fat? I don't think he is.
15 pounds.
I mean, no, I don't think he's fat at all. But I really do wish that he would run with me. That would make me so happy.
I'd run with you. You know that.
I know. I know.
Kieran, why don't you go running with her?
I thought you run all the time.
No, I quit it,
It's hard during the winter. I'm actually going to my chick actually got me a Groupon for frickin' New York Sports Club so I could do it for like a month until it gets warmer again. So I could
Rock's
go.
gonna be all
That was nice.
in shape
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Gotta look
idea.
good for the chick.
I don't like
Right,
rock.
Kieran? You gotta look good for the chick, right, Kieran?
It's a fad. It's overrated.
It's
looking good.
Overrated.
And I also really like that he's into sports.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like kind of like all around. She's an awesome cook too.
No,
Oh, yeah, and he likes all the food that I make.
Well,
Everything. She's like
that's a positive trait. He eats my food.
like
No, but it's a good thing. He's very grateful. That's good.
It's really
well,
it's,
yes.
it's really good. Like she doesn't she like I told her she's like her cooking skills were like designed for me for some reason.
God.
Like
Milk
literally
milk
everything
in a bowl, cat chow.
she makes everything she makes is freaking. It's like bowls. It's
You are
awesome.
getting so many extra points right now.
Is it seasoned with skull? Is that why?
She puts dip. She sprinkles dip on everything, and I'm like dipping the mac and cheese in my lip, and she's going, "Why aren't you eating it?" I'm like, "This is great dip." I've never had cheese dip. Tobacco.
So, Karen, so you have more qualities than just being funny. She was just pointing out that night clearly that she finds your humor
I'm
valuable.
great at watching TV. Fucking
All right, see, now you
best at it. Sorry, that's my second F word as a comma.
So you're and you just got to keep the hammer going. That's basically the thing. So Viagra.
Yeah, I think
start thinking about the Viagra. at some
Hammer's
point.
getting lazy. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got to work out. You know what I'm saying, babe? Little triple X
Yeah,
bunker.
I'm all about it.
Anyway, to get back to Triple X. Oh, she's all about it, but she doesn't understand what you meant.
I actually made her watch Triple X bunker one
What
time.
are you talking about? What are you doing?
Oh my God, it was horrible.
It was. We put it on her laptop on the bed, and then she went to sleep and like closed the laptop. And when she got up in the morning, flick it on, and the Triple X bunker was still playing.
You're pooping in front of her and watching Triple X bunker.
That's an awful website.
What are you doing?
It was horrible. Because I was like, all right, we could maybe get into this.
What is he? What was he watching? What was his thing?
No, he wasn't really. We were just, I don't know.
Brazilians.
We were out one night. I don't even remember where we were. We were out. We came home, and we were kind of like, all right, let's watch some porn. And I was like, so what's that porn website you always talk about? So he put it on, and it was just the raunchiest, loudest, lamest thing I've ever seen. It was definitely not for women.
Why not like a U-Jizz or something normal?
No, Triple X bunker's normal.
Gets to the point. I'm kind of curious though. What was it?
How about a cam girl site? Are you into that stuff, Karen?
No,
the cam girls.
It's not hard enough.
You know what the best part of the cam girl site is? Like they're really into it, like they're in the middle of something, and then they'll just stop and be like, "Thanks, Jeremy 4964."
Does that ruin it for you?
They have to thank them when they tip them.
Well,
like that's part of it. They'll be like, "Thanks, doggy do right."
Well, of course, because they're paying customers.
It's awful.
I want to know, what were you guys watching? Is this too weird?
Actually,
Karen, what was it? No, I don't care. We weren't. Honestly, we were barely watching it. What was it?
barely.
That's
watching?
the great thing about Triple X bunkers. You never remember anything you watch when you go
was
on
Lex
there.
Steel, wasn't it?
Because I don't know what
you were watching a train, weren't you?
Honestly, don't. I have no idea what
you
it
were
was.
watching the 745 Express.
You
don't remember what you were watching?
No, I don't.
Because it's a blur.
It was probably just a regular guy and girl scene or something. Yeah.
There's girl-friendly porn now.
What is that?
Female-friendly porn.
Like Skinamax?
I think that's what I actually said to you. I was like, isn't there something for women?
What makes girl-friendly porn?
No,
Do you know
there's
what that means?
female-friendly porn.
What does that mean?
It's
I have no idea.
it's better quality video. Everything is like a little overexposed. That's what I've noticed from it.
So it lightens everything, so you don't see like
it's very like they're banging.
You don't
no,
see
they're
veins.
banging, but it's not like a belladonna scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure, right.
Like it's a lot more of a
sensual.
Sensual, yeah, sensual.
That's the word. Do you like that?
They have it on the sites. Like they have like like the categories now. They have female friendly.
Female friendly porn.
Female friendly.
I don't get
Boring.
Yeah,
And it's
I'm not
all
watching that shit.
And you know what's funny? It's never American porn. It's always European porn. That's considered female friendly.
European porn's not bad to watch.
I don't know. They're a little too thin.
You think?
Yeah.
I think they're go-getters.
A little too thin.
Go-getter.
And I always picture like a sad story behind them.
I don't like being able to understand what they're saying. I want to know what they're
No,
talking
there's
about.
no speaking.
They could be making fun of me. I don't
You
wanna
never know how a European porn's gonna end, though. That's the thing.
In a murder? What do you
don't
think?
know where the jizz is going.
What are you talking
Like with American,
about?
What do you mean? How?
And I'm
it's
going
gonna
to try
end?
to be as delicate as I can with this conversation.
not.
But American porn, the jizz is going one or two places. It's going on the face or on the boobs. In European porn, it's literally going
It's
out
a
the
free-for-all.
window.
It's a free-for-all.
The window.
It's going out. The guy just he loses control and just falls over.
I want window. I want to watch some
Girls
window
are
porn.
jacking or what? And it's like that's what I like about
my problem with
European
European porn is they're always a little too thin. Like you can see a lot of rib cage.
Oh, a lot of ribs.
A
all right.
lot of ribs.
Stuff.
And I imagine the saddest story behind these like Ukrainian girls.
Oh, right.
Like they don't even want to be there.
There's a
They
guy
all-
with a gun off camera.
like in like in American porn, like you know what the story is? Girl goes into it, maybe she's not that bright, but very good looking, or she doesn't want to, she wants to become an actress, or there's always these stories, right? Like there's stories of really intelligent American porn stars.
Gotcha.
I don't see that in European porn. I imagine 19-year-old girls that want to get a visa and leave, and they just have to do the scene. They were told it was a modeling
No, I
shoot.
got you.
Yeah.
It just ruins the entire momentum.
All right, thanks, babe.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
See you later.
I'll see you in a little while.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, there she goes.
That was very kind of her to call in
Yeah,
and
there she goes.
establish. See, so Karen, you have some good qualities.
Is she going to be waiting for you when you get home?
Couple, huh?
Is she waiting or is she going to be sleeping?
I don't know. All depends. I don't know.
Now here's a test, Karen. Go a week and don't like do anything about the litter box and see how she feels then.
That won't be good.
See,
No, she's
got-
very clean. Like the place is
That's
immaculate.
right.
So as soon as the cat takes a whopping dump, I gotta change the whole thing out.
that's why she's got a housemaid. That's why she likes you around. Good for her.
I'm like, who's the boss?
Good for you.
I'm like Tony Danza in that piece.
Jonathan.
All right, we'll take a break. We're going to play some audio and drunk calls for you right after this. What up, everybody? LR Show, broadcasting live from the GFQ Studios in New York. Kier Rock hanging out with the Andrew Zarian on over there. Tweet us at lunaticradio.com or at lunaticradio on Twitter. Fuck, I always screw that up. And I just did another F word as a comma. I got to get rid of that. That's a bad radio thing to do. Yeah.
You got rid of apparently.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but the F word is just so fun to say. But I use it as a comma, which is bad for radio people. It really is. I'm sorry. Is something going wrong?
No, my foot, my big foot
It's
like
like
the camera.
Cameras and gigawatts and lights.
My size 13.
Yeah, the GFQ Studios has improved since the last time Rock and I have graced it with our presence here.
Right, because we weren't here.
There's like a Ferrari of broadcasting equipment in here. I can't explain it, but there's a lot of lights and gauges and internet stuff. And it's really amazing, and it's making the show sound really tremendous.
Sure, and you're getting
and
better.
I gotta back off the microphone because I'm over modulating.
You are,
and all that stuff. There was that story about that. Well, it's that audio of the.
I like how he says I gotta back off, and then he just goes right back into it.
There was a girl. Should we even play that? The girl that was in court and got her sentence.
It's more visual.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we won't play it.
The clips on our Facebook page.
You can
but the
go.
girl
Yeah.
got fined and all.
Hey, how about that? We mentioned the clip. We're just not going to play it. I should have just glossed over it.
Well, no, because thinking about it now, it's more visual.
Yeah. I do have some drunk calls we can play, and I put the drunk call hotline to bed. Drunk call hotline is 206-202-LUNA. That's 206-202-5666. Now, it's just a voicemail service where you call in if you're hammered, and you leave a drunken voicemail, so you don't embarrass yourself by making that stupid drunk call to that chick you might like or the guy you might like or your friends and make an ass out of yourself. You just call the drunk call hotline at 206-202-LUN, and you talk to us on a radio show. You leave a message, and we think it's worthy. We play it back on the radio show. That's what we do. But I have 3 calls from the drunk call hotline. I put it to bed for a while, and now I'm gonna, I feel like bringing it back. So here's the first drunk call. It's from our old friend Race Car Johnny, everybody, and we'll play this. Here we go.
I don't know how much time I have on this hotline, but this is Race Car Johnny, and I need to get this off my chest because I really don't understand this. Since when the fuck did they start naming winter storms? Like, really? Do the weather people, the weather terrorists, not have enough BS to try to scare us with weather stuff that now they need to name these storms also?
I believe the blizzard of 2013 in the Northeast, the name was what, Rock?
Nemo,
right.
The Weather Channel started that gag
Mm.
because they felt like hurricanes and they got names.
The news and everything, they just want to scare you. And they got to give the weatherman a little bit of balls.
Right, because what that does is it does scare tactics because the only other storms that were named were hurricanes. So now they're equating weather storms to the level of
their intensity
as hurricanes.
Mm.
It is. It's all scare tactics.
It's all scare. Their news just wants to scare you.
Yeah, and they won't give you the facts, even though they have the facts, because they want you to keep tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
So don't even bother with the weather channels. Honestly, if you want the weather, just go on to like NOAA.gov, and you'll get your weather that way. Don't listen to the weather channels because
you really can't even listen to the news anymore nowadays.
Yeah, right. Forget about even the weather. I think you could listen to the sports scores though.
No, actually, I was just thinking about that. I don't even think I can believe the sports scores anymore.
They're making up the sports scores.
I swear to God, 5 years ago, they were still just only naming, like, hurricanes. Tornadoes don't get them, nothing. Now, all of a sudden, they want to name these winter storms. They want to make them seem like it's the friggin' end of the world. Listen, move to Florida. We don't have that shit. You can say that we have hurricanes, but I'll tell you what, we get way less hurricanes than people get that stupid-ass snow. That is absolutely ridiculous. I think I feel a little bit better. I don't know.
Wow, Wish Car Johnny really bent out of shape about the naming of a winter storm.
I agree with him. I think it's completely crap. I mean, it's just scare tactic, and I also agree that like Florida's starting to look more nicer by the day.
Really?
Absolutely. That warm weather, palm trees, beaches.
Every time I think of Florida,
flip-flop lifestyle.
Yeah, I like the flip-flop lifestyle.
It's easy down there. Cheaper lifestyle. Get a nice little
It's
house.
very flat in Florida.
What, you need mountains? Well, yeah,
And there's a lot of old people.
Not really. It's changing.
Dying.
That's.
Oh, they're all dying off.
Well, yeah, but it's.
Can we just
becoming
ship the
more-
old people to Cuba?
Why there?
Why there?
Because it's close. Get rid of them. Have them go vacation or retire in Cuba.
Let me think. Nah. Actually, one more thing. I think what Joe Flacco said on the sideline about tackling, what's his name? That guy that always likes to run out of bounds when he touches the football, or what the fuck his name is. I think that was pretty badass. Some people might disagree. But so, to digress, winter storm names, fail. That's fucking ridiculous. Stop trying to make the weather seem more tragic and like a person that's out to get us. And Joe Flacco is a badass. Super Bowl MVP. Race car Johnny out.
All right, there you go. Something about the Super Bowl there. What was that? I don't even know what that was. Like tackling out of bounds is not.
I think there was. I forgot the exact mention, but it was like in those sports sound, the football sounds after the game. You kind of heard, and he mentions like, just don't touch them because apparently they ran out. I don't know. Stupid
Like when a quarterback runs out of bounds.
But you're talking to a race car guy about football. I mean, really, like, you know.
I didn't get that one. All right, here's Two Stone Mike, everybody.
Restrictor plates
on the Drunk Hole Hotline.
Yo, what up, Lunatic Radio? It's Two Stone Mike, fucking drunk and late. I think I'm 2 years late on calling up. I don't know, you haven't played drunk calls in quite a long fucking time. But one thing I gotta say is that, well, I'm drunk. So,
This is usually the typical drunk calls we get. Like people are just drunk and they
I
just want
like
to
it.
say they're drunk. This is what really the
it's nice.
The best example of a drunk call probably that we typically get.
So I don't know. What the fuck? What are you gonna say? I'm drunk. But Lunatic Radio rocks my chick's box because I play it and she gets all hot and bothered and thanks to you guys I get wet pussy. You know?
Wow. Right, come on.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Keep it.
I mean, now it's perfectly clear that the only people that listen to the show are mentally ill people. I mean, I
wait, it took you this long to realize this?
You know, at one point I actually thought there are some normal people, but that call validated every theory that I had.
Well, it's not done yet.
Doesn't say much for me, does it? Whatever. Hey, man. Hey.
Whatever.
Hey. Yo. Hey. Yo. Bring that shit back, dude. Bring back the fucking drunk calls because that's what we do. That's what.
So the reason to bring back the drunk calls, which I'm actually rethinking as I'm doing this segment, is to bring it back because that's what they do. They call into the drunk call hotline.
That's what we do, and that's what they do. It
That's
makes
what
sense.
they do.
It makes perfect sense.
But you gotta
I get it.
incorporate an entertainment factor into this.
Well, no, your radio show is trying to get some shit, but well, it wouldn't hurt to have the drunk call hotline back too. Who really gives a shit? Let's just have some fun. Hey, and by the way, Laguna Beach later.
Nice. When people get drunk, they gotta reference Laguna Beach. That's what you do.
I believe here's some dude on the drunk call hotline from Okinawa. Is that Japan?
Japan.
Laguna Beach. Hey, man. I'm calling from the train, man. Actually from Osaka to nowhere. I'm not really supposed to fucking make a fucking phone call from the train, so I'm already.
Oh, he's calling.
Evil Japanese laugh.
He just
also.
said he said he's calling from the plane.
No, he's at the train.
Oh, he's at the train?
Yeah, and then he followed it with an evil
gonna
Japanese
rain?
laugh.
It's hard to.
Oh, you gonna do Asian jokes,
We're
Ron?
doing Asian jokes.
Try.
5 years deep and the wine. But yeah, never mind. I try to keep my voice low. So
I hate this guy.
What the fuck else? You're a motherfucker. Like, I've been listening to your shows recently in fucking 2012 and recently fucking 13. But you saw
Well, you know what's great? It's great to see It's great to see that even in Japan, they're affected by Kieran's use of fuck as a
Right.
I thought that was a very localized thing, but it seems like it's spread like a virus.
That's my contribution to broadcasting.
You should be very proud.
You know, we preach about idiocracy around the world. We're not helping.
Yeah.
We're just
adding to the cause.
Yeah.
And recently, fucking 13. But you suck. In 2006, you guys were much better. Although Rock, he just kept it up, man.
Wait, what?
So something about Rocket, but in 2006 we did much better radio shows, which actually Rock and I agree with.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that too much.
Considering he just started listening in 2012.
Yeah.
Right, but people listen. You know, they go back to.
Nobody's going.
That's why he just said Laguna Beach. Laguna Beach is like a 2006 reference.
That's why we had Fat Kev on. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was Fat Kev days.
Yeah.
And I call Skype, and I would say you guys coming over to Japan.
Oh.
And then we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Fucking drunken call hotline, biatch.
Yeah. This guy's definitely listened to our show.
Yeah. See, we're hitting Japan over there.
Yeah.
People like us over there. Maybe we should go over there and do a show.
Would you do that? You want to go to do a show in Japan?
A verbal earthquake over in Japan. A tsunami, if you will.
That would have been a better one.
No, nothing.
Tsunami?
All right. There you go.
That's how you know you're wearing out.
So that's the Drunk Old Hotline, everybody. And I still might rethink doing this segment in the future. I don't know. I gotta find some good drunk calls, I guess.
What's wrong with it? But it's a chance for people to call in.
Rock always argues for the point of the Drunk Old Hotline.
Because it's interaction with our listeners.
And I love it. I love it. They can call into the radio program or tweet at us at Lunatic Radio, which would be great. Which is great.
I don't think you like having listeners call in.
Hey, Andrew, was this show like semi-clean?
Yeah, it was all right. It was good.
Semi-clean show?
Yeah.
Trying to do a semi-clean show.
Yeah.
We had a big meeting before the show.
Right.
Big meeting about being semi-clean.
I like it, though. I think we need to do more with the show. And if that means being a little bit cleaner.
When Andrew says, let's do a clean show, I'm just like, okay, I'll shower before I go. Get it? Whack, whack. All right, everybody. My comedic genius is probably not working too well today, but...
No, you've been good. Remember, your chick thinks you're very funny.
Well, that's good. At least I got a roof over my head.
Yeah, look at it that way. Your humor is paying off in a way.
I didn't mean that.
But you did.
I really
I
just started laughing.
You didn't, but you did.
All right, any final words, people, before they do the Hotties of the Week?
No.
All right, Hotties of the Week time, everybody. We'll get the F out of here on the LunaticRadio.com show.
Do you want to fuck me?
Do I? Yes, have some.
Yes, have some. How do you want me?
Go away, Baton.
Hottie of the Week time, everybody. This is when we pick a chick from the world of entertainment, deem her the Hottie of the Week. It's a pointless segment. We do it each and every week. You can tweet at us at Lunatic Radio with the name of the chick and a reason why. We'll read those on the air.
Which we will do on Twitter. Benjamin checking in with Scarlett Johansson. And he put up the picture of the naked photo.
When you tweet at us with these naked chicks, make sure you put the like a picture of her. You know,
yeah, that
so we know.
helps because we don't know. Because for example, that's a good lead in there, Kieran. Steven put his Rosie Jones, and I have no idea who she is. But then you show the picture, and it's like, wow, that's
yeah, she's a real hot piece of ass. Who's
I would say she's an attractive lady. But
yeah,
same difference.
Virgin Zach is going with Katy Perry because of her huge cans at the Grammys last night. That's coming in from the chat room. Rock, who's your hottie of the week?
I don't know yet. Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
She's in that movie 43, and I saw like the
That's the one with all the cameos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll give her a nod.
All right, I got you. Andrew, you got.
I gotta go one. I gotta go on this. Jennifer Lawrence.
Nice.
Yes.
You know, I was not into her. I was not into her until she is pretty good looking. Nice body on her.
Yeah, Silver Linings Playbook.
Nice
right?
big ass. Yeah.
That's the chick from Silver Linings Playbook.
Nice spandex. She was wearing in those running scenes.
She won the Gold Globe, and she's up for an Oscar.
I love her.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna take Virgin Zach's because I'm going with Katy Perry, who was in that minty dress last night.
There's a problem with the botch. The botch is not
green minty dress last night.
I'm gonna change mine. I'm going with Jessica Biel. I was watching her in the A-Team movie yesterday.
That's Timberlake's wife. You better watch out.
It is?
Yeah, he might go suit and
Who,
tie. on
Jessica
you.
Biel?
Yeah.
Jessica Biel is not married to Timberland.
Oh?
Yes, just Timberlake.
Oh, Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake.
I don't know. I think it was a
Kieran
Suffolk County.
River.
Yeah, Timberland, like the boot.
Timberlake, Timberland, same thing, right? They're collabos. They're doing collaborations, right? They're making albums together.
They haven't since 2006, but that's all right.
They just made this one, right?
That's
He's
when
coming
your
out.
show was funny, apparently.
He just came out with an album, right? Timberlake. And it's
No,
produced by Timberlake.
Suit and Tie.
You
What,
know,
the
it's
new
produced
one?
by Timberlake.
Is it out or is it coming out? Is it out or is it coming out?
It's coming out.
I don't know.
But apparently he had to make this album, contractually speaking. Otherwise, he would have been out like 13
Yeah.
mil or something like that.
He doesn't want to make music anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I feel real bad for him that he has to make an album and become famous and tour and make millions. Of
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to make an
life.
album that's going to go double platinum.
I know. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Andrew, for letting us broadcast from the GFQ Studios.
We'll do this again in 8 months.
Yes.
All right. Once a year we get to do this. All right, back to our ghetto studio next week, everybody.
That's right.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Later.
Tweet at us at Lunatic Radio. Check us out on Facebook. The show at... no, just check us out on Facebook. You know it. All right, see you guys later.